And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. UTR proudly presents Talk Your Shit. Hey. So, people, tonight, this has been a long time coming, people. This has been a long time. As you can see, we got another person on the panel. This has been a long time coming. This is a dear friend to all of us on this panel. This is one of the entrepreneurs that inspire us. She's just all around amazing person. Please give it up for Naughty Inc. CEO Seven. Hey, what the
Finally made
deal?
it. Yeah.
What's the deal? All right, people. All right. So what we gonna before we gonna do since we got Seven as the guest, we gonna start it off a little different before we get into the actual show. Because as you all know, and as we you all have seen, I'm pretty sure we will be in the building for the Big Girl Battle on June 11th. June 11th. It's gonna be epic because UTR is in the building. You know this. Talk Your Shit will be there, and we will be talking shit in front of naked women, of course. So, what we go do is we go start it off with the CEO of Naughty Inc. Miss
Oh,
Seven.
jeez.
Talk to the people one time for us.
Hello, everybody.
Don't be shy. Don't be
y'all
shy.
got
Don't
me.
be shy.
Y'all got me nervous as heck. I don't know what's
Don't
about to
be.
happen
Don't
here.
be. What for? What you in front of people all day. You just want a case in court.
I
Last
don't
time
know.
I
Y'all got
checked,
me
so you should be
scared.
nervous. You just want a case in court. You shouldn't be nervous.
what?
We
Right, but that's a whole different thing, though.
yeah,
See.
yeah, we're not gonna get into that. But I'm just saying, I might need bail money after. I might need bail after one of these days. So you
Right,
never
I
know.
got
But
you. Trust
I
me, I'm gonna get
appreciate
you
that. I
out.
appreciate that. But we
I'm
gonna
gonna
we gonna
get
start
you
it
out
off.
of that situation for real.
Facts. So what we gonna do? We gonna start off with. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you come up with Naughty Inc? How did you become the CEO of Naughty Inc?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I had a tattoo shop in LA off Manchester and Western. We called it
Mm,
Naughty Ink because it was going to be an all female tattoo shop and adult store. So I sold sex toys and it was a tattoo shop. So my cousin Ashley and one of my artists, Sable, came up with the idea to have a crew. So we called the crew Naughty Ink off of the shop. At that time, it was like A2I, Ink. It was all these tattoo crews that was like super popular. So we decided to do an all female one and call it Naughty Ink. So
wow, I
that's
did
how
not
it
know that.
happened.
I did not know that, and it just progressed into all the beautiful things that Naughty Inc. is now today.
Yes. We
That is
went from having small parties in the shop to having bigger events. And then, yeah, it just took off from there 2010. So
okay,
12 years ago.
okay. So
Uh,
that's what's up. So tell us this, like, so give the people, the viewers, more than likely, give them some information about the battle if they haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so we have all female lineup, girls
Okay.
from a size small to probably a 4 or 5X dancing.
I like it.
It's definitely a body positive show, of course. Um, we were one of the first groups of people to even do an event like this. So when you come out to the show, it's not going to be something like a regular strip club show, of course. These girls put on a performance. And of course, their body types are not like what you'll see in a club, which makes it even better because they do things as if they were smaller. We have girls that's like 300 plus pounds doing cartwheels, so climbing up poles. So it's going to be a interesting show. And this battle, June 11th, is going to be $1,000 cash prize. So each girl is going out their way to make sure that they win this. So don't
Oh,
want to
that's
miss
really gonna
that.
be nice.
Well, I'm gonna go shave my legs and look for some pantyhose because I need that 1,000. Shit,
Yeah. I'm thinking
I need
about
that
doing a big
1,000.
boy battle though, but you won't qualify for that song. But I'm
All
thinking
I gotta do is shave. All I gotta do is shave and have hair. That's it.
I'm gonna go there and see what happens.
Okay. So, any more panel members have any questions for the lovely Miss Seven?
Um, What got you into doing these battles?
I was hosting them. Okay, so here's the deal. There's somebody in LA, I'm not going to say his name, but he says he was the first one to do big girl battles. I never went to one, and I only know him from male exotic things. So when I started doing it, I was actually just talk on a microphone and host. When I was hosting, I was seeing that there was only like one big girl maybe dancing and the rest are small girls. So how is this a big girl battle when everybody's a small? So I danced at one of the shows, and it was suggested that I put on one myself. So I did. I got a group of girls together, put on a show, and it just like took off from there. And that was in 2012. So we've done a bunch of battles since then, of course, but that's just pretty much how it got started. I was hosting them, danced at them, and then decided to put them on myself.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's what's up. I have a question. How do you feel when you're out there
dancing?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when I first came out, I danced to one of Drake's songs. I think it was called Practicing, that song Practicing. And my heart was like on my shoulder. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking scared. I get out, and I promise y'all, it was like the first dollar came out the air slowly. And I was like, I made $1. Oh, it's on from there. And I just like, it feels so free. I'm not myself when I'm out there. It's like some people be trying to get me to dance on the spot at events, and I'm all like shy, doing some goofy stuff. But out there, it's like I'm a whole completely different person. The confidence level just goes out the roof. Like, yeah, look at me. But in real life, I'm not like that. But on stage, I'm just like, yeah, I got this. You know, it's definitely a confidence.
I know exactly what you mean.
What was the one?
Because in here, we the crew, but outside, it's a whole nother light.
It's something about the lights, camera, action deal.
When they
like
say when they say you live, oh yeah, it's a different.
It activates something else.
What would you tell somebody trying to get into dancing?
Do it.
What advice would you give them?
Do it. Just do it. If you think too much about it, you're not going to. So that's male or female, because there is like I said, the big boy battles and stuff like that may happen. If you see other people doing it, so new girls, I always tell them, come out to a show, because that's where we get most of our dancers from. They come to a show and they see another big girl, which is the same thing I did. This dancer, Reese Cup, she was a SSBBW. She danced at my show. When she came out in a 2-piece. And I was like, girl, ain't no way I would do that. And she made so much money that night. I was like, wait a minute, let me reconsider this. So when you come out to your first show and you see how the girls are, it'll definitely help you get an understanding of how it works. And more than likely, you'll want to do it. But I just say do it. Go for it.
Got my brain going, but unfortunately I don't know how to dance, so yeah. That's out the question.
As long as you know how to be
tragic.
It's not even really knowing how to dance. It's more
knowing
so
how to
of
move
having
your
a
body.
confidence and being and feeling, not being sexy, but feeling sexy, because that's gonna reflect on the floor.
Girl, you get to go to the corner. The first one for the night.
Yep.
I gotta go to the corner.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a panelist has to go to the corner.
A new record has been broken here on. A new record has been broken here tonight.
10 minutes in and you already in the corner.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Sabin. I know you host. I know you're a participant. I know you model. You're a woman of many talents. But do you have any like pre-show rituals that you do that kind of get the jitters off, or do you have anything that like what gets you into that mindset that you're gonna put on one of the best shows of your life?
The night of probably getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's the transformation part.
Okay.
Going from just the whole process, the hair and makeup, putting the outfit on, it's just like it starts getting the adrenaline going. And right before I come out, I dance in the dressing room. So it's just like I dance in the mirror in the dressing room. I'm like turning into 7,
Okay.
and I
That alter
get
ego.
ready for
That sounds so fit.
I'm still nervous though.
So, I mean, that nerve really don't go out the window until you really take that first step out there on stage and, you realize, okay, I got this. Like, there's nobody in this room but me. Like, do you see other people in the room when you dance or when you host or when you model? Or do you just see yourself?
When I dance, no. When I model, it's just usually probably the makeup artist, the camera guy. If I'm doing video shoots, it's other people. So I don't get so much nervous doing that.
Okay.
And a lot of times in filming, it's the same thing over and over again. So by the time it's on camera, I'm so comfortable with it. Dancing, though, I don't. The more people in the building, the better for me. Like,
wow.
people would think I have a partner and a partner will get lap dances every night. I probably do some goofy shit if it's just me and another person. Like,
Okay.
I can't dance give your man a lap dance. No. Like, I'm too shy. But a room full of people, I don't care. Like, I'll go out there with no problem and dance.
That's crazy. Well, more power to you and the ladies.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary taking the first step out, but then it's activated and it's go time.
I remember one battle we did in Vegas 7. And the twin brought me up on the floor.
Oh yeah.
I was so damn nervous because it was what was it, like pajama or lingerie or something? And I'm like, oh Lord, and I had the lingerie on it. I was nervous. I wasn't even dancing. I was just standing there.
Did you feel like you were like put on blast, like everybody was staring at you?
Yeah, I was like, oh God, okay.
I think Gerald could come out the corner.
I've been told Gerald to come out the corner. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Oh my God.
And he has risen.
Back in the mix. I am back in the mix. So, do any other panelists have any questions for the lovely Miss 7?
I definitely do. Now, 7. Will you go on and discussing how the Beard Girl battle came about, and you basically gave a platform to plus size women? Have you ever felt at one point you felt like you became like the catalyst of confidence and self-esteem for plus size women?
I do feel like that sometimes. Sometimes I feel like because I wasn't the very first big girl to dance, I don't feel like that sometimes, but I do feel like it wasn't a movement until Naughty Inc. until we started doing it in Los Angeles. I do feel like that. And that's no matter what nobody said, if they did it first, second, or third, I feel like it didn't become popular until we started doing it. We were having maybe 1 or 2 girls and now we have a whole roster. So I do feel like we started it. And I'm saying, even though I was the face of it, I do have a team of people that helped put that together. I was introduced to these girls. I didn't just go handpick them one by one. Some of them were referred to me. So it was like a team effort of getting it together.
What's up?
And that's definitely a dope feeling to have.
Yeah.
That is awesome, though.
Okay.
It really is.
I got one last question before we kind of move and pitch into the show. Any entrepreneurs out there, what advice you have to give them, especially like people looking to start their business off the ground for the first time? What advice can you give them? Not so much on the tattooing, or not so much. You don't have to be very general as far as what you say. I'm just saying, as an entrepreneur, what advice would you give a first-time entrepreneur out there?
My first thing that I always say is to never think that the people around you is going to help your business unless they're in your business. We depend a lot on support from people that surround us, but to be honest, that's not how that goes. Okay. Most of your contact and your customers, if you're selling something or doing something that involves service for other people, most of your clientele and people who buy things from you are going to be strangers.
Okay.
So don't stick into, oh, my cousins or my aunties or my uncles are going to help me. Branch out and go to other people and think outside the box and really research what you're trying to do. Some people like something and feel like they should go into business for it, or they run and go get an LLC, or they get all this paperwork. Do your research first and make sure that that's something that you want to do. And definitely don't depend on your circle of family and friends to be your biggest supporters, because you'll get disappointed. And instead of going there, think outside the box. We all complain about like people not supporting us that we know. But shit, sometimes it's popular to support when a person's already on. You already know how that goes. So
Yeah.
I would say just think outside the box, do your research, and don't be lazy.
Okay. That's some dope advice. I appreciate that.
Sound advice.
Sound advice, people. We have sound advice from an entrepreneur and woman of many talents. Yes, yes, yes. So now, the reason why y'all tuned in.
Wait 1 second.
Go ahead, Heather.
Because I do see people asking about tickets. So how would they go about purchasing tickets for the battle in June?
So right now we have early release on the tickets. I post a flyer on my Facebook, but you guys can you can cash out. They're $10 for the regular tickets, $75 for a table, and $250 for VIP. So all that'll be on the flyer, the Cash App information, Zelle, Chime, PayPal, all that information will be posted on my page too.
And we're gonna be sharing that in our group as well, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna post the flyer on our pages as well.
So if you don't have 7 information or don't follow 7, you probably should go follow 7 right now. But also we also be dropping that information in the group as well.
Yes, we will.
And then you can also purchase tickets through Patrice, I believe, as well too.
Yeah,
So,
Patrice or anybody from Naughty Inc. and also DJ Shadow will also have tickets too, and DJ Action.
Yes, and for those who don't know who those people are, that's Payne and the Professor. So if you need tickets, go to Payne or the Professor, and you can be in the building when Talk Your Shit is there. And come on, now it's gonna be a movie. She said it's over 20 something odd dances. Why would you not want to be there?
And we always have a crowd of over 200 people every battles for the last 2 years.
It's gonna be monumental. Definitely. So, like I said,
don't be there, meet us there, or don't meet us there, beat us. Wow, they said, but just be in the building. You don't want to miss
be there.
You don't want to miss.
Be there, because guess what? If you miss it, you're gonna miss out on a hell of a show.
You're gonna miss out on a hell of a show, and we
don't get the highlights. We got y'all covered, but it's nothing like being in the building.
We will be in the building. We will not be.
Wait, I didn't know that part.
We will not be.
That's news to me.
Hey, 7, I'm gonna do my debut, but I'm sitting in a chair the whole time. You know, I ain't got good knees no more, so I can't.
All you need is this.
Y'all heard that here, y'all. To put the Professor might be.
I'm gonna just put some tassels on 7 and do a little roll and see if I can make a couple money. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, it's a fetish for everything. You can make a coin.
Oh my.
Anyway, before we even get to the reason why everybody's in attendance for this beautiful Saturday evening, can we please go to the comments, Professor?
Yes. So Stacy said, "Hey y'all, hey Stacy.
Stacy, great party
yesterday." Said, "What it do?" May Love said, "Hey guys, hey May." Omega's in the building tonight, y'all.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. What's up, Omega?
He said, "What up, UTR?" Brendan is in the building. He said, "Hey, she capping. LOL. Heather can dance."
That's my homie. What's up, Brandon?
Verb said, "I'm about to stop," and he meant to say start eating so he can qualify as a big boy. Valley asked, "When is it?" And Verb answered. Thank you, Verb, for answering June 11th. We already told you where y'all can buy the tickets. Now it's time to get into the show.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So the show is called Was it my confessions? These are my confessions.
Real
Confessions.
Real confessions.
Real confessions. You know, like they got real sex, we got real confessions. That's all I'm saying.
So y'all get ready to talk y'all shit in these comments because it's about to go down.
It
I wanna
should be
Let's get it.
interesting.
First question first. I just want to see where y'all head is at.
Oh, shit.
Finish this statement. I'm at a point in my life. Finish this statement. Anybody can go.
I'm at a point in my life where if you don't live in a good spot, I'm not fucking you no more. Because I done walked out into. I done walked out.
Gerald.
What? Let me
I'm not
talk.
playing with you.
I done walked out into a woman. I done walked out into a woman's neighborhood at 3 a.m. and I looked at her neighborhood and I was just, I don't see myself coming over here anymore. So
See, if you're anywhere in the building, come downstairs and smack him.
It ain't you. It's where you live sometimes. That's all I'm gonna say. But next person, please. Oh, everybody quiet tonight.
No,
I'm thinking.
Should I start calling people? Is that what we doing? I'm trying to have an open discussion here.
Repeat the beginning phrase again.
I'm at a point in my life.
I am at a point in my life where if you decide to walk out of my life, I will clearly lock the door behind you.
Really?
I like
Okay.
that.
I don't really.
Really.
Okay. Next.
Well, I'm at a point in my life where I have a very, very low tolerance to petty bullshit. So if you about that petty bullshit, I'm a Jazzy Jeff your ass right out the door.
You so
You're
violent.
now 30 minutes into this damn stream and he is already being violent. Okay.
It ain't violent. It's just facts.
Says the man who beats it out the frame. Okay. Next.
You want to jump in this 7 or you want me to go?
I
with Brandon?
will.
Okay.
I'm at the point in my life where I don't feel the need to rekindle or refriend or refamily anybody. I'll just leave everything how it is. I don't feel the need to have a discussion or a round table or even counseling with people. I'm just over it. I'm good.
I ain't mad at that one.
I'm at the point in my life where God is always going to be first in my life. After God will be my children, and then all my friends and family. Like no one's coming before God or my children anymore. My apologies for even put people before them people because that should have never been the case in the first place. But God, kids, and friends and family come last.
That was beautiful.
That was nice. I'm at the point in my life where I am not taking nobody bullshit. I know my worth. I'm not settling for less. And I can give a fuck about you because if I don't talk to people who I share the same blood with, I can give a fuck about a motherfucker that can come from my mama. Period. So know this: when I'm done with you, if you was on fire, I won't piss on you to put it out. Period.
That just made me want to go to the bathroom. Like anyway.
Shut
Next
up.
question before we go.
I gotta read it. So
we got a lot of
Tony said, where it's all about my peace. Okay. Shannon in the building. What up, Shannon?
Shannon, welcome back. We
Shannon
see
said,
you.
where I just don't give a fuck what you think. I'm going to do what makes me happy, as you should.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
Bert said, where if you're not moving the same way I'm moving past you. He also said, where money is the motivation, being broke is not acceptable. Allergic to broke people. Okay, Stephanie's in the building, y'all. What up, Stephanie?
Hey, cousin.
Hi, Steph.
She said, I'm at the point in my life where I am ready to start living and not just surviving. You better talk your shit.
Amen.
You better talk your shit. You gotta start living. You gotta start living because at this point, everybody's surviving right now. So start living.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Go have a whole bunch of regrets or regrets, depending on who your tattoo artist is.
Damn.
You got to go in the corner next.
Cold-blooded.
Okay, here's the next question for y'all. Have you ever had a post-nut clarity moment?
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
A
it gets
what?
deep. A post-nut clarity moment. So in the middle of you doing some you just be like, you know what? This ain't it. Just like this ain't it. Have you ever had a post-clarity moment?
It's all about
So
headspace for
basically,
me.
have you ever
Like
had
you're
some
not
bad
like
dick and you didn't want to go back? That's basically the question. Have you ever
It
had
ain't
some bad dick and you didn't want to go
ain't just been no, because it could have been more than you could have been thinking about some other shit and been like, you know what? You actually in the middle of having sex and you realize this nigga ain't got shit going for him or she ain't got shit going for her. It's always I'm broke, or I need this, I need that. It's never returned or reciprocated. I'm out after this. It's a post-nut clarity. Have you ever had something like that?
Yeah, y'all look stumped, or y'all look embarrassed to say y'all post up moments.
Yes, I've had that.
I had to
Yes.
think about it.
Yes, I've had that.
I
Many
had that
times.
I'm not supposed to, I shouldn't be here moment. Like, I'm over it.
I think guys might live on more on the wild side than with the women doing the situation, because
Not really.
I know I can speak for myself. When back in my younger days, we went to some neighborhoods that we probably didn't have no business being in, wearing the wrong colors, knowing the homies outside with guns, and you know, we put our lives in jeopardy, put our vehicles in jeopardy over, you know, some unnecessary trim. So, I mean, I excuse me, you know, but you know,
Pussy, damn it, pussy.
you got
Okay,
it. But
you're trying
I
to
was
say
going in
you
there to
guys
get that
don't think too much
1996.
about it.
I mean,
during
I feel
sex,
like
but the nut.
I feel like there was a time where we don't think clear about some of the decisions we make, because most of the time,
because we want to catch a nut, basically.
Yeah.
But that definitely comes with experience, and you know, over time, I'm not putting myself back through that no more, because I know what comes with that territory. If I go in that person's neighborhood, I know there's a chance I might be getting jumped, or the homies might try to, you know, bang on me, or hell, they might even break in my car. They might even try to steal what's inside my car.
Or all three.
Or worse.
Or all three. So
I
worse.
thought about random things, not about the person I'm with, but I'll like in the middle of think like, did I close the refrigerator? Or did I lock the car door? Like I'll think about random things.
Okay, so
did I turn the gas off before I left?
Right.
Okay, so
like
I got a question. So while you getting your ass smacked from, you know, while you getting hit from behind, you be like, oh, tax day is April 18th. So that's what you be thinking? Like,
yeah,
like you be thinking shit like that? Who
I
does
do.
that? Like,
that's what women do. That's what women minds be at.
If you really thinking about shit like that while you in the middle of getting some dingling, that's like, ugh.
You never heard
of No, you can't say that, because look,
all women do that, Gerald.
Not all.
I'm a big girl, and when you fucking, sometimes you gotta be damn. I'm thinking in my head, am I breathing too hard? Is this nigga like, why she breathing like that? Like, there's a lot of shit that go into that.
Men don't care about that type of stuff. We
worry
about one thing and one thing only. I hope I don't nut too quick.
We making you nut. That's it.
I hope I don't nut too quick. I hope I don't make myself look like a fucking idiot.
No, yeah, exactly. We think about two things. One, I want to make you nut as many times before I catch that first one. At least most men think like that if they're a pleaser.
That's it.
But we're not trying to get to that. We're not trying to get to that finish line faster than y'all. That's the problem. Like, we're not trying to do that.
So we can stop worrying about if our fat is jiggling too much. Y'all not tripping.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought about that with my back fat.
If I took you home, I know what your back looks like.
Don't give a fuck.
Wait, see, that ain't a problem, because my thing is, I'm gonna get asshole naked, and we gonna keep the lights on. You gonna see every motherfucking thing. I don't need to understand.
Exactly. And that's big.
When I say you gonna see everything, I'm a big girl who I don't wear girdles. I don't wear compressions, anything to hide or make me look smaller, because what you see is what you get. Because once I take my clothes off, this is what you get, baby. Just know.
I'm fine with that.
So Seven,
that's all right.
If you was bold enough to get in that bedroom with that man, and that man was bold enough to take you to that bedroom, he don't give a two shits about your back fat flapping. And no, it's not a problem.
I'm gonna still let you see it, but I be thinking about it.
Well, don't enjoy the dick while you're getting it, mama. Enjoy the dick. That's all we gonna say.
Enjoy your trip to the bedroom. Boom. That's all. I'm saying.
Let's
I
get
wouldn't
into
call it
these
that.
comments right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, let's get to
I
the
wouldn't call it
comments.
that, but okay.
So Verb said, "Yep, I've looked over and said I need to do better in my life. You know what? I'm not gonna play with him." Shannon said, "Realized I was done with my baby daddy."
We still don't know.
Verb said, "I was at a party doing it and stopped mid-stroke and said I need to go."
Oh wow!
Damn.
Ooh.
This is
I ain't
that
gonna
bad.
ask.
Huh? This is that bad? Okay.
Oh,
He said,
that's tragic, bro.
Verb also said, "I was in the car cramping and realized I was too big for the car sex." Lord Jesus.
What is in your
Ain't you-
cup
ain't- wait,
tonight?
hold on,
That's
hold
what
on.
I need to know.
Hey, Marcus, ain't you like 9'6"? So why would you? Well, how do you
Nice.
not know you too big for the car? Like that's why this nigga feet be in the engine with nothing. Go ahead.
I mean, sometimes you gotta live in the moment, sir. So hey, we gonna work it out.
Next
We
time,
gonna
just bend her over the hood. But anyway, Sergio said, "True shit. I've been in the worst hoods in Los Angeles for pussy." Lord
Thank
Jesus.
you, Sergio. Like,
Welcome
come
back,
on.
Gio.
Facts.
You ain't
Facts.
the only one,
Tell
bro.
him.
Y'all rich,
Yes,
y'all
welcome
like
back,
that.
Gio.
Boom.
Tony
I
said,
done
"We
caught
be
that
hoping
movie
we
second
don't
yesterday,
fart."
said,
Tony, I'm not playing with you. Gio said, "We don't." I guess that's referring to what we were talking about earlier. Verb said, "I was literally in the projects mad at myself."
Oh
He
God, I
said,
was once before.
Brady said, "Let them rolls out."
Please,
Brenda
Okay.
said,
please. I
Brenda
like
said,
the role.
"Hell no, real men love that BBW life." Okay, Brandon.
Facts.
Talk your shit,
Yeah,
B.
you're
Omega
damn right.
Omega said, "I realized during sex that the chick wasn't gonna be gay that long, based off the way she was giving head." LOL.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
That
You
is
know
It
what?
wasn't
Omega,
gay, she was giving you head
We'll make
good.
another conversation another time. Next question.
I feel like you was about to send her to the corner, but
No, she don't deserve that.
she don't need to go in the corner, but she teetering. Johnny in the building. He said, "If I die, I die."
Johnny, where you
Johnny.
been, boy?
What up, bro?
Noted.
Where you been,
What's
boy?
happening?
Matter of fact, Johnny, when I get back to work, we need to talk about your life insurance since we work for the same employer. Since you
And
would have died like that.
then come see me to get it. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, moving
Talk
on.
your shit.
Here's one for you. Have you ever been more comfortable sharing your body with someone before sharing your feelings?
Ooh.
Yes.
Who said yes?
I did.
You
I'm
are
not
so-
really good at. I'm
you
a
so
side,
nasty, but I like
so
that
we
shit.
not really good at that. I don't.
I'm sorry. What was your sign?
She's
I'm
a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Oh, yeah, that sounds a lot.
Okay.
it's true.
Okay. Okay. Have I ever shared my body with somebody before I shared my feelings?
Bit more
My younger
comfortable
days,
sharing
yeah.
your body before
That's what I
sharing.
said.
your feelings.
Share my body before I share my feelings. Yes, in my younger days, because I didn't give a yes, in my younger days, most definitely. Now, shit,
Hell
I
no.
don't even tell my wife a lot of shit. So, like, you know what? I don't like you today. I don't want you to know. So never mind. Go ahead. Next person.
Let me know if you need to come over here, spend the night over here tonight, bro.
For sure. I got a tank full of gas.
Don't do my girl like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, no. And the reason being is because I'm not a person who can just randomly fuck somebody. So the Virgo in me.
Never in your life have you
So
ever
that
had a
wait,
night stand?
that
So
doesn't
even-
mean that you're gonna fuck anybody. It just
What-
means
what-
that you're not.
But if you can share your body without sharing your feelings, and the reason why I say that because I'm a motherfucker who say whatever's on my mind.
So you never gave no nigga no titty pic or no explicit pic before sharing your feelings? Because that's a form of
No.
sharing your body. Okay.
Okay.
Well, praise God. If Cookie watching, you raised a good one.
I'm
That
on
wasn't
the
until she did, so it don't make a difference.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, well, we're gonna move right along that comment.
Moving along to the next panelist. Can you please share your thoughts on this question? Please.
I ain't gonna front. In my 20s, yes,
How do
because
you know?
I thought you were just 29.
I'm 30. I'm 37 for people that wants to know.
No
But-
shit.
I didn't know that for real.
I didn't know that either.
37. Jesus.
See, I'm
God
finding
damn.
out new stuff all day today, all
Yeah.
night, right?
It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night to
Right.
find shit out.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Confession.
is a wonderful night
A whole
indeed.
lot.
These are my confessions.
Just when
Real
I thought I said what I can say. Now, what do you have to say?
She guilty.
She gets it. She
I've done
gets it.
both, but majority
Get
of
up
the
that
time,
ass.
I've done both, but to be honest with you, majority of the time I have to share my feelings. But that's who I am anyway, because my heart is always open. I always wear my feelings in my heart and on my sleeve. So.
She's Vicky Beans. She's on the emotional roller coaster is what she's saying. Okay,
Yeah.
Heather, we get it. We get it.
So after you
Ain't
share
nothing wrong
your
with it.
feelings,
Ain't nothing
and
wrong with it.
what?
We're not saying it. We're not. There's
After
no
she
just-
tell them how she feel, then she said, "Okay, now come here, bring that dick here." That's what she said.
That's what I'm saying. So what makes
And there's
the
nothing wrong with
difference?
that. There's nothing wrong with that
You
whatsoever.
poured your heart. Let me tell you.
I mean,
pour your heart
even
out
if
and
you
you
tell your
still
body
don't
first and
wanna
tell your
fuck.
feelings afterwards. Like, you know what? I love you and that dick. Okay, that's fine. It's not a problem. You just say it. It's just a question.
Hey, at least she honest about what she want.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
I'm saying like people can share their feelings after the sex. I mean, shit, because like couple shows back, you know what I mean? Some people was
Sometimes
talking
you
about
need the sex before you express your feelings. Because what if
Exactly.
the sex is not good and then you just poured your heart out and they think that you love them? And you like, psych, never mind, because you were whack as hell.
Woo!
You know what? She on fire.
You have-
No.
You have been
Because remember,
reaching.
we had a question about that. Like, remember, dude, they was dating for like 5 years, and then she did.
Oh, you know what? On the stories. On the
Yeah,
stories.
That's story. Like that's basically what happened with her.
So
If you missed that segment, go check it out.
go check it out.
But guess what? There gonna be more story shows, y'all. So just stay tuned for it. But tonight,
Stay
It's
tuned because
confession
we didn't read some of y'all shit. So, baby,
I think the last
Go ahead,
person
Professor.
to answer though
Good
is Aaron.
I don't like how y'all gonna make the men on this panel look like we hoes or like we live this terrible past.
That
though,
doesn't
because
make
like-
you a hoe.
I'm really feeling judged right now. Like I'm gonna get up
Yeah,
and go to church in the morning because y'all really make me feel some type of way. Because at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna agree with the other men, and I definitely have indulged in some things before telling them my true feelings. So I think I stand in the corner or I stand together, united with my fellas with this one. But yeah, go ahead, women.
Raw.
Miss Holy Thou
Okay.
people.
so since you said that, Aaron, I'm gonna get into this question. Well, no, let me read the comments and then I'm gonna get into this question.
first.
Okay, there you go.
Johnny said
That's
no
right.
comment. Herb said
Guilty.
yep. Then Johnny said guilty as fuck.
Guilty.
Merv said fuck them feelings.
Amen.
He also said he graduated today, so Henny on overflow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Shannon said I started hanging out with my husband because I walked up to him and said, if I said want to fuck, what would you say? His response was, I get off in 20 minutes. We fucked, became best friends, and now we're married. Okay,
Oh, so
Shannon.
that was the beginning of you and Joey.
That's a dope
See?
story. I love
Right.
that story.
Damn.
Brandon said
Don't tell
all
the
3
kids that.
times because I'm hoping it's not good, so I don't be thinking, damn, this pussy going to make me fall in love. You know what?
That's a
When
Scorpio.
you go to the corner, I'm not gonna play with you.
You already know
Bert
what's in the
said,
corner.
I'm hello, how you doing? Dick pic.
No.
My love, she just started cracking her
Not
laugh.
that early.
Said,
Not that
I
early.
have.
I'm not endorsing this type of behavior from y'all.
I ain't doing that either. I gotta feel comfortable. Shit like that.
Verb said, preach. I'm not sharing shit if the cat is a one nighter.
We don't know if it's gonna be a one nighter though
What up,
until
Drago?
What up, Draco?
Yo,
Welcome
what
back.
up,
He said,
What's
yep.
happening?
Verb also
Drago.
said, thank you. Shannon said, yep. And Heather, I mean, my pussy made him fall in love. So,
Whoa, wait a minute.
I want to know that about you, Shannon.
She got a whole
But then again,
ring.
the glitter story. Never
This
mind.
made him
Yeah.
fall in love.
Just keep going.
And I'm looking at the profile picture. The profile picture is the wedding picture. So y'all going strong. Salute to y'all.
Basically.
And
So,
see, she didn't even express her feelings, but she wants to fuck. And now
Right.
she a wife.
And
See,
now
you
that
just
she
never
a
know.
wife. You see how that works?
I'm about to say don't
Doesn't
do
make
that.
you a hoe.
don't take them notes. What you
What
talking
she
about?
wanted and she got way more. So
I love you.
Herb
I love
said,
you,
wrap
Shannon.
shots fired.
Evidently.
All I'm saying, she did express her feelings. She said she wanted to fuck. She expressed her feelings. I don't know what y'all talking about. That's in the feeling. I want to fuck.
True.
She said 20 years strong.
20
years.
Yeah. Congratulations,
Yes.
you guys. That's a huge accomplishment.
I see you. I'm
20
hoping we
years.
get to that. You hear that,
Okay.
woman?
Here's the next
Anyway.
one. Shut up, Gerald.
Okay, shut up.
Pack your
Having
night
sex
bag, bro.
on the first date is called what?
Say the question again.
Having sex on the first date is called what?
Dangerous as fuck.
Vibing. Vibing.
Dangerous.
Knowing what you want already. It's
Wrong.
The pre-
I feel
It's
like
called
prelude.
wrong.
it's
It's
not
called-
beyond. I
shit.
feel like we
No, I'm
as
just
long
saying.
as you're
I'm
safe.
just saying. Like, I'm just
Be
saying.
safe.
If
As
you
long
go
as
out on
you're
a date
safe.
with a person and you vibing with them and shit, you just you trust that person enough to where you just like, okay, I feel I can share my body with them. You vibing with them. It is what it is. Now you ain't gonna
Yeah.
give your shit to a nigga who ain't got no job and ain't got no type
But
of future. Or
You ain't gonna know that on
anything
the first date.
The
On
key
the first
word
date?
is
Are you fucking
date.
serious?
So people,
Oh, wait,
no one's
hold
ever lied to you.
Okay, maybe not. Okay, I understand where you're coming from when you say that. But what I'm saying is,
bro. Let's come back to
I
the
vibe with the motherfucker, and I gave her the fucking business. If you really want to be honest, let's just be honest. Like shit, it is
I
what
respect-
it is.
I respect your opinion, bro.
yeah.
In 2022,
I respect, and you know I respect yours. You know I respect yours as well. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, you vibe with that person, you gonna do what you do. If the date ain't on, you gonna be turned off. It is what it is.
in my opinion,
That is
dating in
facts.
2022, having sex on the first date can potentially be dangerous as fuck. I mean, somebody can send a representative to the date and not them true selves to the date. So at the end of the day, you might have sex with someone that's completely different from the person you might have learned a few hours ago. However, I know we have a lot of people who live on the wild side. I know people who live by that YOLO lifestyle. I get it, and I don't knock it, but I just think that it's a whole lot moving around this earth that we know about and we don't know about, and some of y'all gonna end up at the clinic scratching in places that you're supposed to be scratching in. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. That's between you and I.
Letting it burn, letting it burn.
That's why you use bear skins. Get them at
We don't
Walgreens,
know
$6.99 the free pack.
Fuck that.
Do
I don't know
not
about
do
that
that,
one.
people. Do not get no bear skins.
I don't know about that one, bro.
Gerald, what are you doing? What are we
What
doing?
am I doing? Telling the truth.
It must have been the G.I. Jane haircut, huh? Oh, that's
Yeah.
not name tonight.
I ain't got shit up into this.
Well, for me, I call it the prelude, and the prelude, it could go either way.
Nasty. You is a nasty boy. You is nasty.
The prelude.
Can y'all listen to my damn answer for once?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. So the reason why I call it the prelude, it could go either way. Like say, if you're vibing with them and it goes great, then it can lead to something spectacular. But if you wind up just having like the worst time ever, but you think, and some people may think this, having sex may fix it, but it don't. You gonna sign yourself up to a lifetime of fucking misery, and you might wind up needing a straitjacket afterwards.
What if your performance wasn't that great that night though?
But I think you still like you too far in. Like we talking about on the first night still, first date still. So I think you thinking too long term. This thing you met this is a first date. Y'all just get there for the first 2 hours of your lifetime. So let's bring it back. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all date 30 minutes. Y'all date.
I know you're saying that, Aaron, but there's this thing within the LGBT community, and I know a lot of people who are, in that community, they know.
Okay.
Those freaking relationships move like fast as hell. So you can sit here and you can fuck a bitch on the first night, and they'll fuck around and be moving in the next day. So I wouldn't go that far.
I mean,
Say that.
Well,
This is very true.
No, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. But in my type of relationship, you ain't moving in with me that fast. I don't even.
That's
know
what I
if
said. Within that world, it happens.
So
the relationship is definitely
they're
move
insane
fast.
as hell.
They move fast, girl.
And they
I'm
also
just
move
saying.
fast when a guy don't have nowhere to stay.
Wow.
that's a good point.
Well,
That
I'm
is
saying
true too.
I can see that one. I can honestly see that one.
I'm just saying, in Gerald's world, that ain't fucking happening. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You not about to sit up here and move in with me on the next day. We gotta. I don't even know if you can cook grits yet. So that's why I'm like, shit. How the hell how you got bags in my door already? No, not happening.
Can I get to the questions?
Definitely.
Go ahead.
You can answer it though.
I did answer it.
She
What
did.
you answer?
I think everybody answered it.
We all answered.
Okay, go ahead.
I did. Remember, I said being grown. That's what I said.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Okay.
Verb said grown people business. He also said a great night. Is that Stacy?
Yeah, Stacy.
Yeah.
It's called making a grown decision, knowing there can be consequences. Exactly. May said his business, my business, our business. Johnny said an audition. He also said the first interview. Verb said test drive, removing intention, and do you tip ugly waiters?
Wow.
You know what?
I think it's time.
Yes,
go to the corner.
Which way? This way? Yeah,
Okay.
go to the corner.
Okay.
Just pick one.
Can we get a go to the corner for Verbalo, please?
We all went different way. Which way we going? Okay.
It don't matter. Just find one.
We did it at the same time.
Stand there.
I'm just saying, like,
With your henny.
Right.
With your henny.
Can I still answer the question? Yes,
you can answer the
ugly
question.
waiters.
Oh, you should have spoke up.
Just say it again, Seven.
I say yes, I tip ugly waiters. I was just answering the question.
Oh, I do that too.
I mean, you gotta answer,
I'm not fucking the waiter. That's the point.
No, are we talking literally? Or are we talking like, never mind. Y'all go ahead.
Some off the wall shit.
Verb said, I love the corner. He said, who's coming with me? Verb, we're not having a party in the corner tonight, okay? Sit your ass
Ain't
up
no
there
corner
and chill the
lit
hell out.
tonight. Ain't
One
no
person in the corner
lit.
at a time.
It is closed for business tonight, bro.
Okay, y'all ready for this question?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
So if you meet someone and the only purpose for the person is sex, are you honest and tell them straight up, or do you do things you would do when you're trying to date someone?
Honest.
I'll be honest.
We talking about today? Or are we talking about? I need to know what.
You know what? Just answer the question. Don't matter when.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not that blunt. I'm not gonna say you're just for sex. I don't think I have the heart to tell anyone that. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna sit up here and tell them that. Oh yeah, I love you and want you and all this other shit. But I don't think I'm gonna just be like, yeah, we just fucking. So just get with the program. I don't think I have the heart
Guys
to say
can't.
like,
But
yeah,
like,
guys can't.
That's a great point, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like, although we might be vocal about wanting to fuck, I feel like it's still up to that woman to say yes and accept that we are gonna fuck, or that she is gonna open her legs, unless you out there just pulling them rusty dusties. But even then, they still have a decision because we're not out here raping women, and if you are, you need to take your ass to jail. So
yeah, like that dude from Superfly. Anyway, go ahead.
Ooh, we're not gonna go there.
I said it.
Another conversation.
On StreamYard, I said that shit. I said it.
Men definitely have it different when it comes to that question, because some women will be like, what? Even though they probably would have let you if you didn't say it that way, but you saying it that way makes them reserved. Us women, we can say that to literally a stranger and it won't have the same impact. If I walk up to a guy and say, hey, I'm going to fuck you tonight, he will be probably flattered no matter what woman it was that a woman came to him and said that. But if a man going up to a...
That's a reach.
That's a little bit of a reach, Seven. That's a little bit of a reach, Seven.
Yeah,
not any woman.
It
can't be
anybody just say, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you was good up until you said any woman.
Most women.
Most okay.
Okay,
Most,
that
okay.
I'm about to
Most
say, ain't no
women can
homeless
do
woman.
that.
Ain't no homeless woman just gonna walk up on me and just be like, "I'm gonna
Right.
fuck you tonight," and I'm just gonna be like,
And
"All right."
see,
I
some
can fuck you
dudes
tonight.
might
No,
do
it's not
it.
happening.
Some dudes might do it. But like,
Some dudes, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So it
You
just,
gonna get,
I think
you gonna
guys
get
is
instant
totally,
bumps on yourself. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
yeah. Guys can't
that-
really get away with that as much as I feel like a female can. A female can definitely be honest about what it is. Now, he might talk about her after the fact, but he wouldn't mind at that point. I feel like we can get away with being honest about it. Now, if you have good coochie and you doing that, it definitely backfires also, because usually y'all like to claim it when it's good and it starts getting you in trouble. If you only want to have sex with this person, you end up in a relationship with him because he can't let you go because it's good.
Mm.
That's where the trapping starts.
Right.
Okay,
Wait,
but
that's
women
what
also
starts?
can do. Women also do the
Trapping.
same though.
Women do the same.
So y'all
Okay,
say y'all
okay.
trap
Long as
niggas?
No,
Y'all
I'm
trapping?
talking about the guy trapping the, like, it's a lot of females who ended up pregnant because of the fact that they're like, let me put a baby in her. You know, I can go back anytime I want
the-
to. And it's like,
that's the-
really?
Okay.
We get
Okay.
trapped too. Thank
Okay.
you. We get trapped too.
Y'all do,
no,
but
we're not saying y'all don't. We, oh yeah, yeah.
people trap
but
people
we
at the
just
end of the
saying
day. We
y'all
don't have to
invented
put it down to gender.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
saying
good.
y'all don't, but I'm just saying men and women trap each other. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So can we please go to the? Did everybody answer the question?
Professor,
I don't remember me
Professor, we got
saying
your
anything.
answer.
No.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yeah, plenty of time to think about this.
No, because I was trying to find a right question to go next
Oh, okay.
while I was talking. You know, it's a lot going on with me, questions, reading. So, what the hell was the question?
Are you keeping it 1,000 up front beforehand, or are you lying about your intentions possibly?
I don't feel the need
Lack
to
of better
lie
words.
about it.
Right.
There's no point to lie about it, because if I want to fuck you, I'm gonna tell you I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it's the
you're
reason
willing
why it's no
to.
point, because then you're gonna get yourself in a situation like they say where you in a fucking relationship. But when all you wanted was the dick or the pussy, so there's no point.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna do what? Come here, bring that dick here. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Men can't do that shit. That's the crazy shit. Well, good.
Okay. Let's get to the comments. Verb said, "Yeah, I'm at the Yard House and my waiter is ugly. That's why he asked that question. I'm not gonna play with him." Trago said, "Keep it 1,000." Verb said, "Yeah, I'm just trying to get in that box. Yes or no?" Johnny said, "I tell him I don't want a relationship." Draco said, "If we are fuck with
Friends with benefits.
friends with benefits. You know, sometimes I don't know the slang.
Sometimes
They
I
know
don't.
what's up." Okay, well, if y'all friends with benefits, then they know what's up because y'all friends with benefits. Duh.
Basically.
Yeah.
Brandon said, "Now we can be honest, but some women can't handle the truth or on that. If a man says, 'Look, shorty, I want to fuck, nothing else,' then she goes, 'Oh my God, y'all are all the same,' and some will be like, 'Yes, let's do it then.'"
That's a great
Not
point.
all women, because some women can appreciate it, and they're gonna either say yes or no. Plain and simple as that. That's the thing. You can say what you want. It's either they're gonna agree or not agree. They're gonna say yes or say no at the end of the day.
But trust me, Brandon, that's like a 2 out of 10 shot, though.
Yeah.
So
You definitely don't
you
pretend that you want a relationship, because that's where y'all problems come in at.
That's where y'all fuck up.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Y'all act like y'all
I don't,
into it like that, and then just to sleep with the girl, and then she get crazy, and then you wonder why she crazy. Be honest up front and let her know.
There's some
Wait a
doing
minute.
it though. But that's not
Okay. I get what you're saying, Seven. But a lot of us, we don't say like, "Oh yeah, we want a relationship." We'll just be like, "Oh, we just filling shit out. We trying to see where it could lead to." Now, soon as some women give up the flower or the honey pot, then it's like, oh yeah, what we doing now? So don't make it. So it ain't just us.
Answer it though.
That's
See,
true.
y'all would say I don't want a relationship, and then y'all act like y'all in one. Like, especially if
we
the
have
pussy
to-
good, like I said,
No. She
y'all will
right.
keep pumping
But
on
we,
her.
we,
Not
we,
not in all occasions though.
Right
we
about
have to show some type
think about
of.
it this.
Go ahead.
If you tell a woman, I just want you for sex, and then that's what it is, right? So then she decides, okay, she still want to fuck around and do whatever with another man. That same dude who don't want a relationship, now he mad. He sitting there talking about why you talking to other dudes, who you fucking X, Y, Z. Guess what? You're not my man, so it don't make a fucking difference what I'm
It's
doing.
like you don't want to
Yeah.
lock it down, but you don't want nobody
You
else.
want,
They go both
you want
ways, though,
all
too.
the things.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
it
it doesn't.
does.
It does.
It goes,
It's
it go both
Yeah,
ways.
it
But
does.
here's the thing: you want everything that comes with a relationship, but you don't want the title.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like in order to even get the honey pot or get in the draws or whatever slang I want to use tonight, we still got to show some type of interest. No woman is really going to let you get in her panties without at least going through the motions. So I might have to wine and dine you. I might have to, bring you the flowers. I might have to play my role. But at the end of the day, as long as you have that same communication as this is only for the sexual purposes only, then after that,
Okay, but
It's
you do
not at
that
that
and you
point,
say that.
though.
You do that and you
Because
say
you're
that,
going
right?
on dates. You going
Yeah,
on
but-
dates.
but a lot
Once
of
you
women,
start going on dates, it's
a lot
not
of women
sex
is not going.
anymore.
A lot of women is not going to allow you to come get in her pants without going through some type of
Exactly.
having
You
some
would
type
be
of
Exactly.
interest.
surprised.
Without some
Yeah,
extra
you will be
effort put
definitely
into it.
surprised.
It's some women out there, but the
I'm
thing
sorry.
is, are you doing everything that you would do in a relationship? There are certain things you can do, but when you're doing everything that will qualify as a relationship, but you've told this person it's just purely sex, you cannot get mad at that person for doing whatever the fuck they choose to do.
And vice versa. So
But that's why I said person. I didn't say her or
Yeah.
him. That's why I said person. Because
I
it
agree with that.
happens. It happens a lot where
It does happen a lot. I agree.
And then
I
you
agree.
sit
I
up
totally
there
agree with
like-
that statement.
what the hell?
But then you also have those situations where a male will be honest to the female about the situation, and she still goes along with it, like, yeah, I'm cool. But she starts to develop the
She
feelings
developed them
out of
feelings because
nowhere.
guess what?
Well, not out of nowhere, but she still starts
No,
to
it-
feel
it-
like,
it
oh no,
comes
I can
from-
change his
If-
mind. I
It
could,
stems
you
from
know,
a lot of this stuff. It's not only that because he didn't put the good dick on her. So now she's like, okay, I don't want to share that dick with nobody
Exactly.
else. And then
she gets
Exactly.
aggressive.
he's doing things to be like, okay, you know what? She's like, okay, you know what? I can change his mind, blah, blah, blah. That's her
Yes.
fault.
Mhm.
That's her fault. That's not his. That's her fault because he
Yes.
told you what it was. But at the same time, you can't do all the things that you would do to a person who you're in a relationship with somebody you just trying to purely fuck. Because
That's-
then
yeah.
it sends
there
mixed
has to be a
signals.
line drawn to
It's mixed signals.
differentiate the situations.
That means
more than a
you're
line
not
of
getting none-
communication.
But
It's
That mean when
communication
you pick
between
her
two
up,
people.
when you pick her up, instead of y'all going to dinner and a movie, you grab some fast food, you hit the hotel or whatever. You don't spend no time buying flowers
That's bullshit,
in
Seven.
restaurants.
Please point me to the bomb ass woman that want me to bring her to McDonald's and then we gonna go back to the hotel.
Exactly.
Not
That's
McDonald's,
bullshit
McDonald's.
because
Please-
if a man
please point her out.
if a man picked you up and said and took you to McDonald's or Rally's or whatever the fuck, and you will be looking at that nigga like, really? Like,
then
this
I
is
already
all I'm
know.
worth.
I-
Then it
I
becomes
have
a worth thing. It's
I will
like,
have-
oh, this is
I
all
will
I'm
have
worth. All I'm worth
standards.
is a $10 meal and all that other shit. So no, it ain't.
Go ahead, Seven.
Unfortunately, there are some women out there that is that basic and can't be.
They really
that
are.
stupid of that.
And they'll take
Well,
that.
But it's a
Well, me-
very small circle.
But
I
it's
wish-
not
I
the
wish
way
I knew
that it's
you.
mean
I wish I
to.
knew your
It's
family.
meant the same way.
I really wish I knew
You
your family when
can't-
I was single. That's
basically-
crazy.
Please point me to the Beyonce that wants McDonald's for me to take her back to the room.
No, see,
Because I am not wasting my time with nothing
she
less
ain't gonna be a
than.
Beyonce. She
It
not
won't
gonna
be a Beyonce, so I
I
got
just
I
ain't gonna be a
got
Beyonce.
lower my
Probably be like
lower my
Princess Fiona.
standards.
She
I gotta
gonna
lower
be
my
like Princess
standards.
Fiona.
You might not get what you want when it comes to appearance, but there are some women out there that's like that. My thing is, you cannot woo a woman and then expect her to not get feelings for you. That's just a natural thing.
But
Even if you tell her.
ultimately you can't have sex with people and not expect that emotions won't eventually get to that point.
You have to act accordingly. If it's just sex, treat it as such.
Don't
If
look in
it's
her
just
eyes
sex-
and say we gonna come together.
like-
None of that shit.
Not too many, not too many people got that built
A
in them.
cornball.
Not too many people got that built in them. I know you a Sagittarius, but at the end of the day, not too many people got that no heart built in them. A lot of people come from some type of loving background or it just built in them that, hey, if we're doing this, eventually I'm gonna care about you in some form or fashion.
Yeah, you can care, but
You
then
can
that's
care,
when
but-
it gets mixed up because then you
Because no,
say
she's not
sex and
I
now
feel like-
we're doing this.
There's no
Some
way.
women
There's
be
no way
like, I
to.
don't care about you. I care about the dick.
There's no way.
There's no way to
Right.
avoid. There's no way to avoid that.
Differentiate
I'm telling you
between
guys,
the two.
It's
Because
basically,
especially on this bomb.
it's basically inevitable at this point. I mean,
Yeah, if it's bomb, there's no way to get around that.
Okay, you can go to you got what I'm saying is y'all will go on dates and actually like be intimate as far as outside the bedroom, but then expect it to only be about the bedroom. If it's only about the bedroom, then that should be
Okay.
the
That's a
base of what your relationship is.
Okay.
You can't
Okay,
woo
okay,
her
now-
Then
and take
you
her
also
out
That
and
was the
wine and
question.
dine
Now-
Thank
okay,
you,
now that
Sarah.
makes
sense.
That was
Home.
you
exactly
also
the
gotta
question.
blame you
So
also gotta
what
blame
you're
the women
saying-
though too, then because women have a lot of expectations if you only getting draws.
But
I
that's a
wouldn't
woman that don't
necessarily
just
say
want
that,
sex.
though.
So
Right.
that means
Okay,
she's
so
not
what you
communicating.
said is
She's not communicating properly to me at this point. If that's the case, then right?
Well, what she
Oh,
doing
right.
is, let me tell you what she doing. Let me tell you exactly what she doing. I'm attracted to him. He only wants sex. Let me put this on him, and then let me see if I can change his mind to make it into a relationship. That's that woman.
Yeah.
Anybody having sex with unattractive people? Raise your hand, please. My point exactly. So ultimately, you're only gonna have.
No, that's not what you
necessary.
said.
Here's the thing: there are people who are very attractive and attracted to other people who just want sex, right? And then there are people who are attracted to a person and then they feel this is kind of hurt because the person says, I just want sex. Well, let me leave it at just sex and let me try to switch and change his mind during the process, is what that is called. And it's fucked up, but it happens just like women do it, men do the same thing too.
Ours
If a woman tell a
good.
man that, the dude
Ours
be
is
like, okay, cool. And then guess
right.
what?
I'm gonna give up.
I'm just saying, like, so basically, like, we shouldn't hold y'all hands, we shouldn't kiss y'all, we shouldn't tell you smell good or you look nice if we want just sex, is what you say.
Outside of the bedroom.
If you're doing that in the bedroom,
That's
that's
okay.
fine. That's in the bedroom.
No,
but-
no,
I'm
because
talking
this
about
all this
wooing.
happens outside the bedroom, is what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm
Like,
saying
if
you can compliment the girl. I'm saying you can't be, oh, let's go to the movies, let's go to dinner, let's do dating things if you just want to have sex. You're being intimate outside the bedroom at this point. So you showing her something different from what you saying.
I'm use a white person where I am flabbergasted by these answers from these women.
I don't understand how, because you don't understand the question. The question was this: if you're fucking someone, if you found somebody and you just want to fuck them, are you going to do the things that you would do in a relationship with them, or you're going to just do what you have to do to have sex? There is a difference, because the things that you do to try to keep a person is totally different from a person you just trying to fuck. Let's be honest. It's just the truth.
Can we just say that the answer may be different from male to female? Because honestly, from a male perspective, only way for me to get in your draws is if that I have to show you some type of interest.
Is to meet the qualifications to get in your draws, basically.
You can do that without
Be affectionate
being so
and whatnot.
intimate.
Yeah,
can
no,
do that
that's a
I don't
fact.
think so, Seven.
That's a fact.
bullshit.
But it's not
I
going.
don't think if a man was a pure arrogant asshole, you gonna let him in your drawers. That's just being
You
honest.
don't have to be an asshole.
But
to
no,
be
no,
honest.
no.
Okay,
Really
you're
contrary
an
to
asshole,
belief.
but you know what I
Wait,
mean.
time out. Contrary to
What's up,
belief,
Professor?
because some women are turned on by the arrogance of a man and the assholeness of him. So she might.
Okay.
Professor.
Now that is a possibly true. But the funny thing about it is the women that we probably want to come across is not the person that wants that arrogant asshole. Just be honest.
But I'm saying you might run into one of them.
Heather-
Go ahead, Heather.
You
because I
might.
know
You gotta go to
As
these
I said
comments,
earlier,
though.
that's a two
We
and ten.
really
That's
gotta
a
go to
Heather
these
been
comments.
holding it in.
I know it's a shitload in the comment section.
Well, let Heather
Go
get
ahead,
her
Heather.
point,
I'm
and then I'll
sorry.
go to the comments.
This is basically what Seven is saying. Like, I'll bring up an example. You can't sit here and say that, okay, I already talked, I talked to her, she understands the situation, that all we want to do is, all we going to do is fuck, that's it, it's nothing serious. And then the next day be like, hey, you want to go to the beach, and you holding hands and, being intimate. Like, you can't have those type of intimate moments in the outside world if this person you just want to be intimate in the bedroom with. Like, that's
Yes.
basically the point.
We're agreeing with that statement. all I'm saying is I can't pick up McDonald's and go to a woman's house and be like, you got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. We got to get distracted. I got somewhere to be in at 11.
Maybe if you start with that,
a
little bit more
liquor and call it a day.
What happened?
Wait. Because like
You
I
can
said,
get- you- it don't have to be
a man
McDonald's.
can't literally pick one of you beautiful women up and get y'all McDonald's and take y'all to a 4-hour, $20 a night room and fuck on you. And then y'all just cool with that. And y'all gonna be looking at us like we fucking crazy.
That.
But like all I'm saying is like
Now here come your expectations. Here come your expectations. Seven. That's
No,
what
it
I'm
don't have
saying.
to be
That's all I'm
raggedy.
saying.
But
It don't
that's
have
what I'm
to
saying.
be
okay.
It may just be a different aspect from male to female at this point, because at the end of the day, we're all agreeing that you don't have to. We all saying the same thing. We don't have to hold hands. We don't have to be intimate with you if we're just fucking. We're all in agreement with that. But I'm just saying, from a man's perspective, we have to show you some type of interest, or it's
to
not
get started. Okay, I'll agree with you on that. To get started and to get in the bed, maybe you may have to go out or whatever, have a drink.
Well, now we're all on the same page.
Okay,
Now
I agree
we're
with
there.
that.
But what we're saying
The
is
problem with
once it
having a drink or two at the bar is that y'all actions, after you tell this woman, I only want you for sex, your actions after that night and so on and so forth is the reason why shit starts. Because you only want her for sex, but then it's not just sex, because now you're not just going to the bar and back to the room. You're going out on dates at this point. So even though your mouth is saying just sex, your actions is saying I'm dating you at this point.
I got you.
But I understand where you're coming from now, Aaron. It's just more so you're focused on like, okay, we just trying to get the foot into the door, and for certain females, it has something more has to be done.
I agree with that.
We have to go out there and hunt. We have to go out there and hunt, and you guys have to accept the hunt in order for us to even get in the bed.
Yeah,
I agree. I understand now.
And be attracted and be
now unless you just that woman that's gonna be that bold woman to come up to you and like, hey, I'm fucking you tonight. Then that's a whole different situation.
Who was it? Shannon did that.
Right.
She got her husband.
Happy for 25 years.
20 years.
Look at God. Look how God worked.
Okay, let's get in the comments, y'all. Let's get in the comments.
Yeah, we got it.
Tony said, my husband said, with honesty, women become delusional. Okay.
Ooh.
Men do too, but that's another story.
Stephanie
said, yeah, because consistent sex with somebody will eventually turn into a relationship. I don't think sex is ever feelings. Feelings will be caught eventually.
Feelingless.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
absolutely. I agree, Stephanie. I definitely agree.
Johnny said, preach, Aaron. I'm not going to go with you, Johnny.
Thank you, sir.
Barb said, that shit ain't real. Tony said, what Seven is saying is to X out romance when it's just sex. Barb said, I've done fuck some chicks I'm not proud of. He also said, my favorite are those that be like, we just friends with benefits. Then you bring out the black bag and now we together. Heifer, you said just wanted that dick.
You in that black bag.
I'm not gonna play with him. Johnny said, Aaron, I have fucked a couple of girls in my ugly girls in my day.
Back in the day, we all had made some bad decisions, took one for the team, but nowadays, in today's life, we're not taking L's no more. I hope at the age that we are, I know we all around the same age. We're not taking L's no more. If you are, I'm praying for you. You know,
Mar's in the building, and Mar said,
what's the
hey,
deal?
girl.
Mar said, yes, Heather, talk your shit. Drago said, what was the question? I missed it. You know what, Drago? If you missed the question, we over that question right now, baby. You're going to have to wait for the next one.
Yeah, because we've been on this question for a minute.
For a long time.
Shannon said, yep. Verb said, I'm faded. Mar said, take a breath for this one. Yes, the guys should be misleading when they want to interact and be romantic after they say it's just the sex that I want. But also the women must know and remember what he said from jump before she puts her heart into it and get turned on by the dates. Because he shows you one thing does not mean that he's wanting a serious relationship. It works both ways. Some of us women need to remember what the men said from jump, because that's all they want to do is throw it back in your face when you get
talk your shit.
A lot of shit. Okay.
Verbal said black bag be lit and what's in there now is a beast.
I don't think I want to know what's in there. But anyway,
You okay over there, Seven?
Professor, if you can please move it to the next question.
Have you ever lost respect for a person after having sex with them?
I didn't hear the question. Say it again.
Only if it wasn't good.
Have you ever lost respect for a person after having sex with them?
Wait a minute. What?
Respect? No.
You lost respect because it wasn't good? That's a bad petty. Don't
No,
you
because the fact of the matter is the motherfucker lied and said how good it was. So when
maybe it was good.
Like, no,
maybe it was good to somebody else, but it wasn't good to you.
Maybe
Time out. It does not
Or date.
necessarily have to mean that. You probably could have lost respect because you decided to fuck this person and you realize how disgusting they are. And you just like, you know what? I don't think my disgusting level is at that level. There's different reasons to lose respect for someone. It ain't necessarily just because the sex was bad. Okay. Y'all jumping on the deep end for no reason.
All the way.
Okay.
What is y'all?
Okay. It wasn't good.
To answer the question, I don't think I haven't lost respect, but I definitely was turned off by it. Like, okay, like I don't think I want to do this anymore. So, after this particular session, and once I go home, we can be friends. So,
I agree with that.
Thank you, Sam.
Not respect, but just like, oh, I didn't like that, but. I was still respect the person.
Damn.
I will never do it again.
The way she said it, I'm sorry. She said, didn't like that. That's kind of cold. But go ahead.
I don't
Honestly,
Go ahead, Meech.
Honestly, I haven't lost respect, but it just got to a point as to why the fuck did I come here in the first damn place?
Wow.
Like I had quite a few of them.
That's deep.
Sex was that bad?
So
Yes.
Moving on, you made better decisions in your life, and you now kind of a little bit more pickier about where you're going, right?
Yes.
I will hope
because,
so. Okay.
You can't say yes and shake your head. No, that don't make no sense, Meech. Fix it.
He's still on the fence about it, so we're gonna let him be on the fence. He's 37. You got 3 years to get together.
Yeah, he's 37, so he's
y'all
figuring out what people like.
Y'all gonna leave me alone tonight, damn it.
What he likes and what the girls do to him. So yeah, I get it.
I won't say that I've lost respect for someone, but I've looked at them in a different light.
I totally agree with that answer.
I could definitely, I could
I
definitely
mean,
understand that.
Your answer too, Aaron?
Is it safe to say if you lost respect for them, that you basically kind of disrespected your own self in that situation?
Not necessarily, because it was afterwards that you lost the respect. It wasn't something that you...
I was in the bedroom under false pretenses. So yeah, I can't say it was me. So.
So basically
it's a 50-50 chance that it could be you, and the other chance that it may not be you.
It could be, but like I said, I could have had a bad batting average that night. But I'm just saying, that when I've lost interest, it wasn't me.
So basically, she false advertised herself.
She false advertised
like Steph Curry when he on fire.
Hey, false advertising is crazy, Meech.
She false advertised herself.
I mean,
exactly.
That's
I'm gonna do this to you, and then you be sitting up there, you know what I'm saying? Like titties look confident in the bra. She take the bra off. Titties got low self-esteem afterwards. You like, oh no, I don't need this in my life right now. So
hey.
You gotta relax. You gotta relax.
All titties do that, unless they fake. Okay.
You jump off the deep end, sir.
You better scoop them titties up.
Let me bring you back.
And then let me explain something to you too. When you have natural titties and they're big and they're heavy, baby, they gonna droop.
Yes, they are.
They gonna.
What's all this motion going on?
No, but I'm just saying, no. I don't mind drooping titties, but if her but listen.
Them work my nerves.
I don't mind drooping titties. I like big titties, but I'm just saying this. If her breasts dropped any lower, they were going to be ankles. That's all I'm saying. So therefore,
guess what?
Yes, I had a problem with it. So
if you love her, you love her. And if you wanted to fix it for her. But other than that, let her be who she is. Because let me tell you something. If you get that love for her, they going to hang.
Better get that lip for.
At the end of the day, we all love Eve and them paw print titties, and they was saggy and low as fuck when they was only an A cup. So
no, I didn't like them titties.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like Eve when I was nothing. That's another story for another day.
Okay, you know what? We're moving on. We're moving on.
Yeah, because I bought it.
We're going to the comments. We're going to the comments. Chris is in the building. What up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Chris is happening, man.
Not respect, but interest. Yes.
I think that's the overall answer.
Verb said, nope, I respected him more for being able to hang. Draco said, mess with somebody who used to talk a lot of shit and talk about her freak level. Then once it started happening, it was all disappointed, completely lost respect. Tony said, yes, the whole sneak and take the condom off shit is creepy as fuck.
Too high.
Damn.
What? Oh my God.
The guys do that.
That's that trap. Johnny said, respect, no interest, hell yes. Verb said, take that back because one time this chick charged me $50 because her eyelashes came off and she needed to get them redone.
Did you pay it?
He said, trifling heifer.
That's prostitution.
Right.
Yeah, like
basically.
And you paid $10 too much.
You made them come
on. $40.
That's a
$40.
Like 50.
Verbal said, let them hang
off
when you hit me from the back and they swinging. I go to the beat of them slapping skin.
What he said his drink
Hey, that Hennessy got to
drink tonight.
You got that Hennessy.
That Hennessy got
okay.
Johnny said, stop mid-stroke. Damn. Draco said,
one, bro.
titties are the best titties.
Amen, Draco.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Here's one for you. How do you feel about, and this I've been hearing this all over since, I think it was Taraji who said it. How do you feel about the term single to married, meaning that until you're married, you're not claiming someone?
That's bullshit. That is so bullshit if I've ever heard it before. That is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, she can say that because she got money. She can say that. But no, that ain't the term that ain't nobody using.
That's a reach though too, because she ain't happily married. So she can say that because she has a backing, an audience that will listen and may fall for that shit. But let me see how long y'all gonna be single women listen to Taraji P. Henson talk that bullshit.
To be honest with you though,
yeah, y'all gonna be.
Go ahead, Heather. Let her say her bullshit.
I agree with Hood as far as it's not just Taraji that said that. I've heard a bunch of people sit here and say that, like, oh well, I'm not with him because
time out. I don't agree with that statement. I don't.
I'm not agreeing with it. I'm not. I'm agreeing that I've heard it. I have heard a lot more people say that in regards to not having a ring on their finger. In their head, they consider themselves a single. Me personally, I do not believe in that.
Because that's that bullshit. And let me tell you why. How can you be in a relationship with somebody, want them to do X, Y, and Z and all this for you, and you ain't claiming them? Let me tell you something right now. I'm not doing a motherfucking thing for you. Don't ask you for nothing at all. If you cannot claim me, bye. And vice versa.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the fact that the public is praising statements like that, it makes me question their life values as we speak. Because if you go that route, you might as well just get yourself a whole family of cats and call it a day.
Raj, and there's gonna be a lot of you. It's gonna be a lot of you females in here with the Taraji P. Henson eyebrows talking about he don't love me no more. Fuck out of here. So
miss me with that.
She's right technically on paper because it doesn't have a dating option when you're filling out paperwork. It's gonna say single, married, divorced, never married, right? But I don't agree if you're in a relationship, to be honest, and you can't claim the person and you walking around single and you with me and we on that level, yeah, it's not gonna work. You are not single if you have somebody. If you're in a relationship, you're not single, whether that relationship is unmarried or not. So no, I don't agree with her when it comes to that.
I don't feel
like
like
I
we
said. That's
really.
why I said it's bullshit.
We not
Like I
really.
said, in order like they say, you have to date in order to get to be married. So why would you sit up here and be like, oh, it's either this or that? Like that doesn't make no sense. So fuck out of here. That's why I was like, I ain't listening to Taraji P. Henson. Fuck out of here.
She's also single and not married, so you can't listen to people.
Is she? I thought she was married.
No, she's not even with her fiance anymore.
No, she's pulling a Steve Harvey card.
So now that makes sense. That makes it even more stupid. That makes it even more stupid.
But what I'm saying is, even before she came out and said that, it's other people. I've heard you say that before.
Yeah,
I mean, and we really only like scratching the surface on this question because I heard women say, "Until you get a ring, date them all." Like y'all say like the most reckless stuff.
I wouldn't even agree with that. I'm not going to agree with that because
you can't agree with that if you're agreeing to the first part of our question.
No, I didn't agree to the first part of your question.
No. But I'm saying I know you didn't. But I'm saying anybody who said that statement is kind of false on the first question, right? You can't say yes to the second question.
No, but I'm just saying like I wouldn't even agree with that question for the simple fact you want to date them all. So you trying to date all these different men, they all gonna fall or whatever the case may be. It's a whole bunch of mess that I ain't got time for. And who has time to come up with so many lies and shit? Like I would be tired as hell.
Lies? You telling lies or lying?
I said lies.
So who lying?
If you dating all these different men, you gotta be. I'm pretty sure you're not telling the men that you dating all of them.
At the end of the day, she is single at the end of the day, so she can date whoever she want to date. But
yeah, what I'm saying is this: if you're claiming single, right, to your girl, but you ain't claiming single to this man because you trying to pick. See, it's too much. It's too much.
I hear what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying. You're right.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, basically, she having her own special of the Bachelorette at this point. I mean, she's going around dating all these. Yeah, you damn right. She's going around. Oh, I'm gonna date this person. I'm gonna date this person today. I'm gonna date this person the next day.
That's a singles person attitude. At that point, you are single and dating.
Like, get
in a
the
relationship.
fuck on
No.
Very true, Savin. That's very true.
But I thought the point of talking to people was to get into a relationship and then possibly to get married is the ultimate goal.
That definitely depends. If you are not ready for that, then you date until you are.
Right.
If you're ready to settle down, then you choose the one that you're gonna just ride it out with. Until then, I would say date whoever you want to until you're comfortable and ready to settle down.
Just be upfront and honest about what you're doing with your life.
Exactly.
Right.
Unless you're a polygamist, then you know that you guys are dating whoever.
At that point, I already know that we're in a polygamous relationship.
But even as a polygamist, they still have standards.
Yeah, they still have their ways of going about doing it. So it's still. Yeah, you're right. It's still standards.
Yeah. Okay. Should I get into the question? The comments.
Yes, ma'am.
Please do.
Yes, please.
Johnny said in all caps, "Bullshit. I wish my girl would." I'm telling you, Johnny.
I know your girl too, so I know your girl. So yeah, bullshit. It's right.
Omega said Taraji's still mad at Jody. That's why she's saying that. Fucking.
Because he don't love her no more.
He don't love me.
Verbal said it's complicated.
It don't have to be though, bro.
Simplified.
Shannon said it says domestic partnership on paperwork in New York.
Okay.
That's the time frame, though.
I wouldn't know that because I'm in California.
Yeah, you learn something new every day.
Like after 8 years or something.
Y'all want to let me get through with the comments for a second? Let me read this last one.
Take a deep
Stephanie
breath.
said it seems people are more preoccupied with being married versus being happily married. It's now a status symbol for some, so they feel better than other single women. It's a weird flex. Somebody just worried about getting a ring and not seeming to care about whether the relationship is a good fit. Verb said it's not complicated for me.
I agree with you, Stephanie, on that because it's a lot of women who literally they're just trying to race to the altar to get that ring. And just to say that, oh, I'm married,
mostly a woman thing.
It definitely is. You know,
I even have
married, look at me.
Very few guys do
that. Yeah, it's giving. I got a question for y'all. I need to see where y'all minds is with this one.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
I love it.
Ready? Y'all ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Could you be
That's what
submissive to a broke man or woman?
Oh shit.
Wait, what's the question?
Could you be submissive to a broke man or woman?
Woo!
Can I answer this
No.
question first?
Please go ahead, put.
Okay. I'm gonna say yes, and let me tell you why. You got it. Let me tell you why. Aaron know where to go with this. Here's the
Absolutely.
thing. The word broke means so many things, right? So a person may not necessarily be broke to the sense of they ain't got no money, but their money is tied up in investments. They've paid all their bills. They're doing what they got to do to get where they at. So could I be submissive to a person like that? Yes, I can. It just depends on the person. So me, yes, I can be submissive to a broke man because it's not the status quo of broke. It's not where they want to be. They have money.
Oh,
Just they don't have shit.
clarified that because I'm about to be like,
That's that's the only way I
Like,
be submissive to somebody like
It's
that.
meant for you to think a little bit deeper into the situation, other than just think maybe
Right.
a financial situation, but think deeper into the question as far as being submissive to someone that's broke. So, what is broke defined for you in your head?
Yeah. What is the definition of broke for you? Because I tell a person I'm broke all day, ain't got money in my bank account, but I'm broke because my money's for other stuff and I'm saving money for this and that. So I'm not broke in that sense. I'm broke in the fact that I'm not going to spend unnecessary money.
that's how I feel.
The
I
definition.
think we
I'm-
all can come.
I'm
to
about to say
agree
my
on
money's
that.
tied up in gas right now, so therefore, yes, I am broke because I have
Money
to drive.
is tied up in
You have
gas.
to move it over to your checking.
Yeah, because
Now,
all my
on
and
the
it
flip
takes 3
side,
business days at that particular day. So therefore,
on the flip side, I think we all kind of watch our parents and watch the older generation grow up to where men always made more money than women. So the guy was always the head of the household, worked the number of jobs to provide for the household. And then now it's funny to see how roles have been reversed now, where you see women now who make more money than men. So I think like Professor was saying, broke is really a mindset. But just say if you date a woman who makes 7 or 8 figures, and you make, an honest salary, let's say $50,000 a year. From people out from the outside looking in, if she a millionaire and you only make $50K a year, they're gonna say you're broke. just comparing it to
The apples to oranges.
I'm about to say that's more like apples to oranges, but yeah, I hear what
Yeah,
you're saying.
but
I hear you.
I get
But
it.
someone can be broke spiritually, someone can be broke emotionally, someone can be broke in a lot of different ways. And I don't think gender, I'm sorry. I really don't think you can really define someone being broke a deal breaker if you really want to break it down in so many different ways.
I think when you say broke, that does come from the financial standpoint practically. Now, if you're broken, that's when it comes to mentally and emotionally and all that type of shit. I think that's what it.
And that's true. But even in broke, that term is used so loosely that what you think broke means you ain't got no money, and that's not necessarily true.
In this question, though, I've heard this question before. In this question, honestly, they talking about financially. They're not talking about nothing else.
Right.
They saying, can you be submissive
cases,
to a broke man?
But that's what I'm saying.
That is the majority.
If a man,
to be honest with you, I can't, and I'm gonna be honest. Why? If we're talking broke financially, I'm talking about my kind of broke, like where we are. Like where you just playing PlayStation and ain't trying to figure out how to get no money, you ain't got nothing you checking, no hustle, no nothing. You just broke and totally dependent on my income. I can't. And the reason why I can't be submissive is in order to be submissive, you have to show that you can lead me. That's how I am. I'll be submissive to any man that can show me that they can lead my life or situation that we're in. You can't be a leader and be broke because you won't be comfortable being broke. And I'm saying my kind of broke. You wouldn't be comfortable if we can't eat. You wouldn't be able to sit there and be comfortable. So I can never date somebody who is comfortable with being broke. And as far as mentally broken, it'll be the same situation. If you're mentally broken and you're not doing nothing about it, but just crying to me all day, but you're not trying to get help, you're not trying to see a counselor, you're not trying to do anything about it, I can't be submissive to
gets
somebody who
tiresome.
can't lead a situation. And that's just me though.
What happens when you meet a great guy that maybe lost his job or in between, he happens to fall on bad terms. So
And that happens. If I meet somebody like that, he wouldn't be comfortable staying like that. That's what I'm saying as far as a leader.
You're definitely right.
True.
Especially if he was leading
is,
all this time, shit happens. But he's gonna find a way to be like, X, Y, and Z. But that's when that comes to that whole thing of I've had your back the whole time. Have helped me carry me for a little bit while I get back to where I need to be at.
Absolutely.
That is definitely not a problem.
Okay,
that is definitely. I feel like in a relationship, that's how it's supposed to be. Right. Your woman is supposed to, because men shouldn't date no lazy ass woman either.
Facts.
Men shouldn't date a woman that's comfortable only solely dependent on him, even if he makes more money. I had a grandmother never worked, and she didn't know how to live without her husband. I feel like no woman should be like that. So you shouldn't date a woman that's dependent on you solely, and vice versa. No matter who makes more money. I feel like everybody should pull their weight though.
So basically you're saying you can't be submissive to a man that is basically playing PlayStation when you leave and PlayStation when you come back is what you're saying.
Yeah, using my car and asking us what we gonna eat and when I'm gonna go get it. Like, no, I'm not taking I'm almost 40. I can't take care of a grown man. And I definitely don't have no sons. So it's just like you need to get your life together in order, and then I'll be submissive all day. We could both go to work, and when you come home, your food is cooked and all of that. But I need you to be working towards something.
I got a question for. I actually got something for that. Now let's just say hypothetically, this man cooks, cleans, and does.
Thank you. That was my question. That was my question.
If a man cooks, cleans for you while he's unemployed at the particular point, can you be submissive to that man?
I can if he's working towards getting a job or some kind of income. If he just want to be a house husband, no. I can't.
No. Okay. So he has to be putting in applications on Indeed, is what you
got to be doing something.
So basically, he has to make the effort.
Because I'm just okay. Because I hear what you're saying. Because I definitely get it. Don't know women want to be submissive to a man who's playing PlayStation all day and not doing what he needs to do around the house, doing what he has to do as a man. Yeah. But if the man has been putting in applications, doing things, but nothing has come in, because you all know that it's hard to get a job nowadays. You need to have certificates. You got to have all types of credentials. And all that
credentials.
No, it is.
Degrees,
it is.
It's like, hard to get the kind of job that you want, but it's not hard to get a job.
Okay,
that's a
fact. That's a fact. I can roll with that.
He better try. He better do something. Working always a pay.
Because motherfuckers about to try to do it, here comes the emotional
even trafficking
part. Like,
get hard.
I don't need to bail you out at this time of night, blah blah blah. So we're not gonna go there though. Ms. Professor, please, to the comments.
Stephanie said, "LOL, y'all too much." Johnny says, "I'm broke." Johnny, go stand in the corner. I'm not gonna play with you. Verbal said, "Hell nah, I'm allergic to broke people. How you gonna control shit when you can't pay for shit?" Stephanie said, "Question to the panel. So you guys equate finances to the quality of a person. I know some terrible rich people and some loyal and supportive broke people."
That's a fact.
Johnny says, "I'm broke, but my rent, bills, and child support is paid. Oh, and my Tahoe is full."
Yes. We get it though, Johnny.
Long as you got a job, Johnny, it's all good.
Right. Verb said,
a good one at that too.
"It's not hard. Every fast food spot is hiring." This is very true.
That is very true as well.
Yeah, that's
true. Y'all.
Oh, wait. Got one more.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Stephanie said, "Submissive should mean I trust you to lead. I don't feel like it's tied to whether you have money or not, but I can trust you to lead when I can see you effectively leading yourself. Sure, I'll help you if you are in a tough spot, but you have to have your own ambitions that influence submissiveness." And then Johnny says, "Aaron, shh."
Yeah, my bad, Johnny. My bad, sir. Stephanie said a lot. Stephanie said a lot. We can move on to the next question.
It's another one. Hold on. Tony said broke definitely means being comfortable being broke. Submission is beautiful and it comes naturally. I feel you can submit to a broke man if the man in the right circumstances.
I definitely agree with that comment, Tony. Definitely agree with that
Yes,
comment.
definitely.
Okay, y'all ready for the next question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Some women expect men to love them unconditionally, but they want to love men under conditions. How do you feel about that?
Is that a question for just the ladies or that's for all
No,
of us?
that's for men and women.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna let the women go first. I'm interested.
Facts.
So, do y'all want me to elaborate on that question?
Please
Yeah,
do.
just a little bit.
Okay. So, we want men to love us unconditionally, mean for whatever flaws, for anything that's with us, right? But when we love a man, we love him under conditions, meaning he has to have a job, he has to have a car, he has to have this. But you don't have that, but you still want that man to love you regardless.
I see where you're going. I don't really agree with that. I do not agree with that whatsoever, just because it's like, how can I explain this? You want a man to pull up with the BMW while you pulling up in the Pinto.
It happens though.
Basically, what I'm saying is, it's just you can't sit here and name all of these things that you want him to be, but when it comes down to you, it's like, oh no, you got to take me as I am, baby. You got to do this. You got to take. That's just what it is. That's not fair for him, because what if he has certain standards that he's upholding that he wants for his partner? You're basically saying that he has to abandon that just so he can make you happy. That's not fair, and that's not how you should begin a relationship or a situation, period.
It's what you're saying is true, but I feel like it doesn't happen in the real world.
No, it doesn't have. I'm not saying that it's going to happen that way. It's just when it comes down to it, if you really think about it logistically, that doesn't make sense for a woman to ask for all of this and then not reciprocate the same type of thing, or at least even care about what his standards are. Like, that's not cool.
It's not. You're right.
I don't even think that that's true though, because I feel like men do have standards, and that's why there's so many women dying of BBLs and fucking 360 fucking lipos on the table. It's because women are expected to look in a certain way. All of us women have been asked, can we cook before, right? We don't go and ask you men, can you change fucking tires and fucking build cars and shit? The stuff that our grandpas do, right? A lot of men don't even know how to change oil or tires. But all of us women have been asked. Have you ladies been asked, can you cook, right? This is like a standard question that men will ask us. So we're expected to look good, take care of the house, be able to cook and clean like your mamas, and do all of this. When all men have to do, and this is most of the time when men complain about it, is because it's money. All y'all got to do is have money, right? Not for me. I'm just saying this is how a lot of women think. If you have money, you can pretty much get whatever you want. And I'll give you an example. The ugliest fucking rappers you can think of in your mind have beautiful women, right? These women have Coke bottle shapes, beautiful. If he walked down the street with no fucking money, that type of woman would not pay no attention to him. So it goes both ways. I feel like, yes, men, sometimes women want the man with the money, but that's all y'all gotta have. If you want the beautiful ladies, you just gotta have money. We gotta go through the change.
Let me stop you right there. And I am agreeing with everything you're saying, but I feel like you went to the most extreme scale. You went to a celebrity relationship, not a real life relationship. Because at the end of the day, us men, we are required to. I have been asked, do I know how to change a tire? And yes, I have a background in automotive, so yeah, I know how to change tires and change oil and all of the above. But
I do too.
I know you do, because I know how your daddy raised you. We ain't talking about Mama Cookie no more. We love her too, Mama Cookie. Be watching later on. But I just feel you went to the
Mama Cookie. Hey.
I feel you went to the most extreme example possible as a celebrity, because at the end of the day, yeah, they bring the bag, but they even look at the women being cheated on by celebrities every day. So at the end of the day, I mean, so at the end of the day, that spectrum works in that world, but in our, well, I'm gonna excuse you, Mr. CEO, but the rest of us in this group, in our everyday world, I feel like we are nowadays we are required to bring more to the table other than just bringing home the bag. I feel like most women are not just going to settle down for. If we talking about really, really seriously dating at this point, they're not settling down for a nigga that just brings bare minimum to the table no more. And
but
if
it's easier. It's easier for y'all to get the woman that you want. It may not keep her, but it's definitely easier to get if you have the money, whether you're a regular person or not. It's easier for you to get a woman when you have money.
Very
and
true.
That's just
very true.
The main requirement. If you didn't know how to change oil or change a tire or even do anything with your hands,
you better have the money to pay for somebody else to do it.
You gotta have the money to pay for it.
Very true. But I'm open to hear anybody else's point of view, Professor.
You want to hear my point of view?
POV.
I feel like it's a double standard that's just stupid. Like I'm not a person from my perspective. I'm not a person who expects so much from a person that I don't even have myself. What I will agree to is the bare minimum of at least you having a job, have a car, and do what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, I have that myself. So I don't want to love you on conditions. I want to love you unconditionally for who you are. So what you have doesn't necessarily mean that, like, okay, he got money, so I need to be with him. So I don't really give a fuck. I have my own money. But at least have the bare minimum things in life that I have. You know, that's just plain and simple. And I get it sometimes, okay, a person may not have a car because they car didn't fucked up or whatever the case may be. But what are you doing to fix it? What are you doing to change that situation?
Or you got the Uber money? You got the Uber and the gas money? I come pick you up.
Listen, because guess what? $20 in the gas tank ain't gonna work. So not right now.
We can work on
$6 a gallon.
Not
anymore. Of a tank at this point, okay? So,
all right. I mean, I hear it. I hear it, Professor. That's great points. You made some great points. Appreciate that. Fellas, let's sound off. How y'all feel about this, fellas?
To be honest, that is the most bullshit statistic I've ever heard in my fucking life. And the reason why I say that is where I come from is pretty much if you're loving somebody, you love them through thick and thin, good times, bad times, it doesn't matter. As long as you appreciate as long as you appreciate the spirit that's deep within that person that you're in love with, none of that matters. So to put like conditions on it, you're basically putting the relationship on a stipulation, and that's not fair. That's not fair to the person that you're quote unquote supposed to be in love with in the first place. So if you're gonna love somebody, appreciate them imperfections and all.
Amen.
Rock your shit.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
All right.
Girl, you the only one that ain't
piggyback off of me. Ain't no loving me at 21 if you can't go love me unconditionally. Yeah, I said it 21, but go ahead, Jerry. What's yours?
It's my floor. So I'm gonna say it is a double standard. That's bullshit at the end of the day, as everyone on this panel has said at this particular point, because like I said, when I love unconditionally at the end of the day. I love you, flaws and all. Now, as every woman and as every man said, yeah, what are you doing to further progress in your situation to make it better? But what I think, honestly, and it's mostly, I think it's mostly women per se. Now they probably gonna chop my head off of this, but if a man loses something that the woman was attracted to them by, they're gonna cut him if he doesn't get it, if he doesn't attain that certain aspect by a certain time. That is just my opinion per se, but I think men love unconditionally more than most women. Not every woman, but
I
most.
can't agree with you no more. You had me go. I was with you, Pastor. I was with you, Pastor, but
I'm not asking you.
I had to jump off before the finish line hit because you kind of got off the wrong track there.
Oh, I'm the rebel. This is what I do at the end of the day.
You're absolutely correct. All right, let's go to the comments. He said a lot. Let's go to the comments.
Yeah, we're going to the comments. Chris said, I believe submission goes both ways. Not one person knows everything. Not one person can handle everything. Verb said, no comment. Johnny said, double standard.
Okay.
Stephanie said, I just had this word. I can never get it right. Reciprocity is important. Can't ask for what you don't give. Facts. Verb said, I don't need to cook. I don't need you to cook. I can do it myself. Johnny said, it's just like when they say I can't date a man with kids, but have kids and multiple baby daddies.
That is so.
Wait a minute. Wait, but this is
before.
Let me comment on that, Johnny. I'm a woman who don't have kids, but I would date a man with kids before I date a man without kids, and here's why. But it depends. But here's why, though. If that man is a man who takes care of his kids and puts his kids first, then I know where his head is at, and I know how he moves, so I can respect him and I can deal with that man rather than dealing with a man that I really just don't know where he at.
Just
But
because
I feel that.
And that's the baby mamas too. You guys have more women who have kids who say that it's because experiences they probably had. And I would tell you that not most men, I won't say most, but a lot of men who have children also have baby mama problems. So when you date a man with kids, you have to also think about that type of stuff. And we know that there is some bitter baby mamas out there. So we are now in a relationship with you. We having issues with your baby mama because she don't want me around your kids, all that drama. A lot of single mothers with multiple baby daddies, the daddies tend to not be around. So y'all don't have to even deal with the daddies. So we as women, I'm not dating nobody with kids, but I'm just saying we as women, we have to deal with more when it comes to y'all having baby mamas. And so some women just rather not deal with that.
I
So
mean,
it's understandable.
I've been in that situation. Trust me, I've been in that situation. And I'm like, at one point, I had to be like, look, this ain't it. And it ain't you. It's the baby mama.
Yeah.
When
it's
I'm
hard
doing
dating
shit for
somebody
your
with kids that got baby mama drama.
When you got baby mama drama. But I still say I will date a man who has kids if I know that, this man is taking care of his kids. He's putting his kids first. That shows me that, okay, he has his shit together. He knows that his kids come first. And I know his kids come first. And then I can handle that. That's just me.
Yeah.
I respect your opinion, but just because a man take care of his kids or his household don't mean he'll do the same for you or your kids if you had kids.
But that's why I said as a woman who does not have kids, and I've dated the men that I have dated who has kids, their priority was together for me. The ones that I have dated. I'm not saying every man. That's why I make that statement.
Yeah, I can't knock your answer because you're going off based off your experience, your life.
I personally prefer it. I prefer it because I don't want any more. So it's like as long as you got kids over there, I'm cool because I don't want no more kids.
Like I said, mama, that's cool.
Right.
Oh, but let me get back to the comments. I'm sorry, y'all.
I respect that.
Verb said, can you balance a checkbook? Can you contribute to the hustle? Can you manage a household? Do you know how to be my teammate, not my helpmate?
I got a problem with that one now. You come into a relationship balancing your own checkbook. Why do you want somebody why would you let that go and allow someone else balance your checkbook?
I think he mean can they checkbook. I don't
feel like you wouldn't date somebody if you wouldn't be able to balance your own checkbook. So
I
feel like
you don't know. Like, okay, so here's the thing. You know how like some people have a spending habit, and even though they know they can't afford it, they still spend anyways. It's one of those situations.
It's called a red flag.
It's definitely a red flag, but it's something you don't know until after you get into a relationship.
I got you.
He also said if you're over 30 and don't have a car or trying to get a car is cool. I'm off you. I think he mean it's cool. I'm off you. Draco said it's sad, but it's true that women are taught to love men under conditions. They do something when men are taught to love women unconditionally. This is. He said, I had to deal with a punk ass baby. The Negro was worried about me more than his son.
Thank you.
I believe that
That's the only time that it's a situation when it comes down to
the only time.
Okay, one of the main times.
Thank you.
Like you see a father not have been there at all whatsoever in that child's life, but the minute that they hear that it's another nigga that's taking his place,
well, let me tell you,
they're running back.
But you know what? That's not just
Baby
him. That's not just him.
that.
That he's doing that because the baby mama has gave him some type of leeway, because she's still giving false hopes and promises and some bullshit, or she's still probably fucking him on the side. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade.
That car go both directions. So
no. I know, but I'm saying for that to happen, the baby mama had to be doing X, Y, and Z. So is the baby daddy, but not really on the guy's side, because sometimes the baby mama is just bitter, even though they don't want him. They don't want nobody. They don't want him to be happy.
You're right,
because they don't want him to be happy.
I just human beings are better. It don't come down to this men are better or just women are better. I believe human beings can be better.
No, they are, but a lot of time women are more Well, I will say this: they're more spiteful, so they're going to do whatever it takes so you won't be happy.
We agree.
That's well clarified.
We agree. We all agree.
Draco said, "Happy now. I was blessed with someone who I co-parent with, and we're best friends, and there's no drama or problems." Okay,
Amen.
I got a question for you.
Amen to that.
Y'all ready for this question?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
When men say they can't deal with an independent woman, but then say they want a woman to match their energy, how does that work? Fellas,
men,
y'all can go first.
That's an oxymoron. You can't.
Facts. Thank you.
I mean, you
that
asking.
is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Bottom line is bullshit.
Hold on, y'all say it's the dumbest shit, but it's been said plenty of fucking times. So that's why I'm asking the question.
That man doesn't know what he wants in life. At the end of the day, you can't ask for
like,
someone
like 22 or some shit like that. Like because
you can't ask for no one to level you up, and at the same time don't expect her not to be independent. That's just saying like you still want her to be somewhat submissive, and you take care of all the bills of the household. You can't ask for. It's an oxymoron in my book. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing to answer at that particular point because, like I said, if I say match my energy and I'm sitting up here cooking, cleaning, doing what I gotta do as a man, and you're not doing anything remotely close to what I'm doing, it doesn't make any fucking sense for you to match my energy.
You do realize you answered the question. You said there was nothing to answer, right? I just put that out there.
Yes. Oh, well, you do that all the time. But anyway.
I don't. Okay.
There's no such thing as matching. There's no such thing as matching. I know a lot, but there's absolutely when we are all different. You have a yin or yang relationship. Y'all, if you guys like everything I like relationship, it with a straight or gay relationship. You can't match energies with everything. Now we may agree and we may like a lot of the same stuff. We may do a lot of the same things, but there's something that you're gonna do different from me. So that just wouldn't make any sense.
Okay, but like when I hear match my energy, I don't mean that on every single spectrum. I just mean if I work a job from 9 to 5, I would want you to work a job from 9 to 5. Like match my energy can be on so many different levels. And I get it. You're right on a real life sketch, on a real life world. No one's going to be like totally match 100%. But like even like for those who want to be spiritual right now, date someone that's equally yoked. Like we hear phrases like this all the time, and a lot of times relationships don't work because people are not equally yoked, or people don't have that same energy. Is such a bad word to use because again, no one's going to have that same energy. But
yeah,
I think if we can find another word besides energy, I think it would make more sense of what we're saying right now.
And being independent, I feel like doesn't have anything to do with that. You can be an independent person and still have a team partner. You
Very
just
true.
independent in what you're supposed to do, and he or she is independent in what they're supposed to do. So you can, in a way, that person who said that can actually be correct, this independent person, but we are matched, like you said. We're you have a 9 to 5, I have a 9 to 5. I'm an in person, meaning I can survive without you, but we are partners. You can
But
survive without me, but we are
everybody,
partners.
everybody should be able to do that because when I met you,
Yeah.
I was doing something with my life prior to meeting you. Like my
Right.
life didn't just begin the day I met you. So whatever my likes, hobbies, whatever I do in my personal time, that is a form of my independency. And vice
Right.
versa. You was doing something before I met you. I wouldn't expect you to lose those values or lose those things that you do in your life now that we in a relationship or now that we married or wherever we are, whatever our status is at the time.
Yeah,
But
and
it's a
that's
giving.
what that person was probably saying. Match
So
my
yeah,
energy and be an independent woman at the same time. You can do that.
I agree with that stack. Okay, I can agree with the second part of the
Okay,
statement.
now that with that being said, that does make sense. But in the overall spectrum of the question, it's just why even fix your mouth to even say that in the first place? Like
He's just
to be
angry at
dead.
everybody. Why the hell would you say that?
I mean, it's the truth though. Like if you're saying match your energy, but it's it's like it's like why even have the audacity to say that? Like if you're loving somebody and y'all working to build something together, and it's pretty much like you're building on a whole. Wait, I'm trying to pick the right phrasing for this, but it's it's like it's like you have to have like your own set of independency, but but under the same breath, like saying match your energy is meaningless. If
So there's no possibility.
That hookah
basically,
going crazy over there.
Jealous.
basically that's the central point.
I hear what you're saying, Meech. That's a great point, bro.
But and I'm actually really happy that you said that in regards to a woman having a life, or either or having a life before they met that person. Because it is a lot of times where you see people go into relationships and either one person or the other, or even both, they lose their identities and it's literally just about us. It has nothing to do with whatever it is that was separate from each other.
Facts.
So it's just a matter of remembering. It's not even independency. It's just still containing your identity, being in a relationship and still being with somebody else.
Great point. Great point.
I heard nothing. Go ahead.
You okay over there, Seven?
Just cut the camera
She'll
off.
be right. She'll be right back. She take a commercial
She'll be
break.
back.
Quick intermission.
Did everybody answer the question?
Did you? Did you hear your point?
Did you answer the question, Put?
I think I did.
Okay. Let's go to the comments then.
Draco said, no, I'm sorry. Verbal said, I got 2 baby mamas and both of them only bug me. They don't act stupid in my relationships. He also said, what was the question? And Stephanie said, equally yoked. The question was, how do you feel about men saying, I don't want an independent woman, but I want you to match that's her shoes.
Yeah.
Match my energy.
How tall are those stilettos? Oh, hey, Seven.
But
welcome back.
This is gonna be the last question of the night because we hitting 2 hours, y'all. So the question says, do you think when people don't want to lose access to a person that they just string them along rather than letting the person go and be happy with someone who truly loves them?
Definitely.
Yeah.
People do that.
They will.
But to be honest, it's the person's fault who's letting it happen. Because you know when somebody don't want you. You know that. We just play dumb, play naive, but
That's
as
when they come up
far
with
as
the McDonald's, right?
relationship, huh?
Is that when they come up with the McDonald's?
Right.
No,
I
this is
was going to that. Like,
No, this
this
is
I'm like,
relationship wise.
Oh,
See,
okay.
when it
I'm
came to
sorry.
the McDonald's, is you playing the role, right? You getting in
Yeah.
there. When you're in a relationship, it's different because you know when a change happens. You know when we were in a relationship, you act different now. You're acting different now towards me. It's all in the action. You know when somebody doesn't want you.
Very
And you
true.
just keep this hopes and they hang on to you too because they don't want you to be with somebody else. But you know, you would definitely know. Men are women. You know if somebody really wants to be with you.
Or in some cases, they could be in severe denial to a point that they don't want to believe it or refuse to believe it.
Or it's the want or the feeling of wanting to be want, even though you know they
You
don't
deal
want
with the
you.
bullshit.
You just gonna deal with it because
Yeah, you deal
have
with the
that feeling of,
bullshit.
yeah, because you have that feeling just wanting to be wanted.
And then also nobody wants to be especially nowadays, nobody really wants to be, within the single life. So they would rather hold on to that little bit of comfort that they still have, even though the person don't like them anymore. They still
Comfort.
stay there.
Comfort
That's
and
the word.
stability.
That's the
Comfort
word.
and stability.
Comfort.
Because some people can't afford to be single, to be honest.
Ooh.
Literally.
Another good point. Another good point. Y'all bring some good
I
points.
think
Can't
the
afford to be
pandemic proved that.
single. Okay.
The pandemic proved that a lot of people couldn't afford to be single.
Man.
Trust me. Do you know that after this shit kind of let up, all these people that I knew that was in this happy relationship during the pandemic is no longer the fuck together?
They're not together, but that means at the end of the day, like that means the opposite of what you just said, Dan. Right?
No, it don't. Listen to what I'm saying. As opportunities open back up for people to go back to work, they were able to make money.
Right.
They weren't making money, so they weren't able to
Be single.
because they needed that other person in order to survive. That money together made a whole.
I think a lot of people found out during the pandemic, like, I don't like this motherfucker I'm married to.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what the pandemic did. That's why a lot of people stay together. That pandemic.
We saw, I think, in my opinion, we saw an all-time high when it came to divorces and people separating during the pandemic. So, I hear what you're saying.
It definitely shed some light that you really didn't expect to happen on some of these like relationships and marriages during the pandemic and whatnot.
Is you're forced to deal with the person that and all of their flaws at that point and things you probably didn't notice because you're too busy working and living your life.
You're gone.
Because you really don't know somebody until you first live with them. You don't know the person until you live with them.
That is a fact.
Yeah, and then the pandemic also added, how are you in all of these seasons where people were broke with no job? Now I'm seeing this person in a different light because now they don't have no money, they don't have all of this stuff. So you seeing them with a different attitude. So that's a lot of reasons why people broke up. And that's probably one of the main reasons is now we're stuck in the house with each other to just unpack everything that we have. And we might not like everything. So that caused a lot of problems.
It could be just frustration, period.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't happy before the pandemic, I'm definitely gonna be happy during the pandemic. Yeah. So
it's definitely a whole lot of. It's definitely a whole lot of factors that play into it.
It's easy to hide those type of things. When I only see you when I come home from work, or even after work, I'm going, taking care of all the honeydews I got to do, and I only see you when I got time to lay down and go to sleep. So now that keep your ass at home, we gonna find out how we gonna coexist under the one household, and we really don't like each other that much no more. We only doing this because it's comfortable or familiar. I definitely understand what y'all saying.
Yeah.
Any other points?
I think everybody answered.
I think we touched on everything on that question.
Let's run these comments real quick before we get up out of here.
So Stephanie said people say that because they use the independent woman narrative to stereotype women as angry and stubborn and hard to control, especially black women. Drago said, "Yo, what's Seven over there doing?" So Seven, you cut your camera off, but your mic wasn't muted, so you can hear you walking on the floor. And at first we was like, "What was that noise?"
I had to pee.
Burp said, "I
You
whatever
was,
her."
you was really stepping to that bathroom.
I think he said, "I want her to be independent. Get out of my face." He also said, "That's big facts." Johnny said, "I'm toxic as fuck."
We know, bro. We know.
He said, "Well, I was. I'm not anymore."
Push it. I love you, Johnny.
Yeah.
You're my guy. I love you, bro.
Cold.
Johnny gonna kill me.
But you guys, this was a great show. We are at the end of the show where everybody will give their last minute remarks. And we're gonna start off with Seven.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to anybody?
I had a blast with you guys. Now I'm not so nervous. I thought y'all was gonna go deep, deep, deep in my business, but we cool. We good. I love y'all.
We love you too.
We didn't get to the rest. We didn't get to the questions we wanted to, but go ahead.
I had a blast. I can't wait to see you guys June 11th at the Big Girl Battle, the Rodeo Big Girl Battle. We're gonna have some fun out there. Make sure y'all add me if y'all haven't added me yet to get all the ticket information.
Also, I will be posting the flyer on the page so you guys know how to get in contact with her if you want to buy a ticket or a table. And get it now because it's $10 pre-sale, $20 at the door. We don't have that many tables left. Get there. You don't want to miss the show. Have to be.
Per usual, thanks everybody for coming out, showing your love to us. We always appreciate you, your comments, your shares, everything. My last words is, within this dating world, whether if you're in a relationship or not, just be honest with yourself, be honest with your partner, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Just love you, and love yourself first before you decide to get with anybody else. Always make sure that you have self-love within your life.
Meech.
This was a hot and spicy topic here tonight, and as I always say, you know, everybody that's in the comment section, y'all are the MVPs, and y'all always have been throughout every segment we do. So salute to y'all, and for my closing remarks, just don't devalue love, and don't devalue the person that you're in love with, because once you do that, you lose perspective of what love really is all about. So if you have love in your life, cherish it, because times have shown, like times have shown, like time is incredibly short. So to have love, cherish it, and appreciate it to the fullest.
Talk your shit, Beach.
Talk your shit.
Jada Rebel.
All right. Everybody in the comments, first time viewers, I want to say thank y'all if we had any. We appreciate y'all. The people who didn't comment, we appreciate y'all for viewing this period.
Absolutely.
Like I said, y'all are who we entertain. You also make us who we are at the end of the day, because if it wasn't for y'all, there would be no Talk Your Shit. We also want to thank Seven for coming up, because it's been a long time in the making. We finally got her here, and it's going down June the 11th. So please purchase your tickets, because it's going to be an epic. It's going to be an epic night. It's going to be a movie. Believe that. And we will be in the building to talk our shit like we always do. Far as my last thoughts, take care of yourself and each other.
How did I know he was gonna say that?
Double A.
Before I get my last remarks, can we cover over Johnny's comment, the one where he starts off with Seven's name, please?
He said 7. I can go deep if you want me to.
Oh my
LOLJK.
So
god!
this is the exact reason why I said bullshit when he said
You are
I'm
still
not-
toxic.
So
you just said you was toxic.
so
Yeah, okay.
Johnny, I was telling the truth. I wasn't capping when I made that assumption.
Be
What
careful
happened
what you
was
ask
that,
for. Be careful what you ask for now. Most
secondly,
toxic people beat their matches.
yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
you saw Miss 25-year-old marriage, but anyway. Secondly, we're gonna teach Seven how to mute her mic when she walks to the bathroom, and we're gonna make sure her smoke detector got valid batteries. The way that smoke was going off in her house, there's no way in hell my smoke detector would have not went off with that smoke rising like that. So, Seven, we're gonna teach her how to mute and see if that smoke detector is
My
still
bad.
working properly. My closing remarks is thanks, Seven, for having us. I'll be on your show. What the hell I'm talking about? Thanks for coming on our show. Talk your shit. You did a great job. We love we love your opinion and the thoughts and the perspective you brought tonight. So thank you. June 11th is not only a night for y'all to come out and see big girls do their thing, but it's a night to come out to meet the panel. Like, I know most of you guys on Facebook, but I have not really met a lot of you guys in person. So definitely not only come see some big girls, interact with some vendors that might be there, but come meet the panel. Come say what's up to your boy.
Yes.
Come say what's up to my other members as well. I know, Gerald, you don't look too happy about that, but my bad. Don't say hi to Gerald. Just gonna say what's up to me and Beach.
Oh damn! Shots fired.
Nah, I love you, Gerald.
Right now.
Ultimately,
Don't mind me.
thank everybody for doing it. Thank you everyone for coming in tonight, commenting, having a good time with us. I know these shows go by so quick when we having fun. 2 hours kind of flew by, but yeah, that's I don't really have nothing else. I had nothing sentimental to say tonight, but just thank you. That's all I can say.
Yes.
I want to say again, thank you, Seven, for coming onto the show. We know that you not only do big girl battles, but you do sell your candles. So you can plug your candles, give them where they can be bought at for us right quick.
Follow me for everything. Her Scent by 7 on Instagram. It's spelled just like that. I also have a mobile bar. Thank you.
They are fire.
And I also have a mobile bar business called Drunken Thing. So I pull up. I got licensed bartenders. I'm a licensed bartender myself. And I just opened a clothing line with my mom called L7 Clothing in Victorville. So we have affordable clothes. And yeah. I mean, let me tell you, I'm trying to put my hands on everything, okay? You want to do business with me? Tap in with me. Let me know what you want to do. Let's
Johnny,
get it
shoot me
done.
that literally, Johnny. Not literally, please.
So remember, y'all, if y'all want candles, you want to come to the battle, you want to learn entrepreneurship, anything, hit 7 up, okay?
Yeah.
Now she's not gonna give y'all all the free stuff for free. She gonna make y'all gonna have to cash app or something for all her advice.
What was the first business? Her scent.
Her Scent by
It's Her Scent by 7.
Is that a perfume, cologne? What's
That's
that?
the candles.
It's a candle. It's erotic candles that.
Erotic.
I sell.
Okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
Everything that I do, I'm gonna try to have it at the battle so you guys can see. Drunken Tongue is definitely gonna be behind the bar. I'm gonna try to have everything set up so you guys can see other things that I do as well.
Jesus Christ.
She going all out, and
I want to say this to everybody. You can do anything you put your mind to, all right? So go out there. If you want to dance, you want to make that money, be an entrepreneur, do it. Don't sit up there and wait on it. Do what you got to do. They say if you tell a person that your plans, they'll laugh at you. But if you do it without saying something to them and it becomes something, they'll congratulate you. You're going to have haters, but continue to do what you need to do. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming, watching a great show. Everybody that, comment, like, share. Thank you for being here. We got a couple comments. I'm going to read through them real quick and then we out. Asia Campbell said, great show.
Thank you.
Verb said, I've been drinking since 11:30. This show was the icing on the cake. Well, I'm glad we can be the icing on your cake.
AM or PM?
Oh, we already read
I
that.
think it's AM. It's only 11:57. Verb said, my classmate said, good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Johnny said, don't shake your head. And he gave you the shroom, everybody gonna die.
Thanks for watching, Johnny. I appreciate you, bro.
We appreciate you.
And we are out.
Bye, y'all. Next time.